Absolutely.
I think we're on right now.
Oh, we're on?
So I don't know how the audio will, if it's what it is, but I just want to get going.
What is in there for sure? That way we can test the levels and all that. There you go. Cool.
I feel like a few of these keys are like sticking a little bit, so just for future reference, like, and you know, a few of the keys I'm typing in for my stuff, and it's like, what's going on here? It's not. So I think number one, or one of the things for sure, is a better one of these. Like you had mentioned in the email.
We need that and mount for the camera so we can hang out with the gym. And we need to do that. I hadn't thought about it before. Now I asked Dan this. Do we want a static camera or do we want to put a controller on it so we can move it side to side?
What do you say? About the camera?
Yeah, so the one we're going to hang up in the gym, the woman, do we want to put that on the controller so we can move it side to side remotely and zoom in and zoom out, or do we just want it to be static?
So we'll be using two cameras though, then that one and then whatever one up by us, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's hard for me because I haven't had experience doing it, or on a visual standpoint knowing.
Yeah.
I'm almost wondering if the one on the wall would be better just leave static, and then just, since we're...
Yeah, and I was kind of thinking that too, because Dan brought up, you can't control two cameras at the same time. Not that you would be, because you're only having one shot at the same time.
Yeah.
But
just from my...
Might be a little clunky.
I know Gorman would be on the, I'm sure if I'm north, south, east, and west, but would be on the side that when the man low lady was there, you probably heard him, he went up that side.
So we need to get a mount for that. Dan said he knows a guy that can fashion a bracket to attach it if he had to. Which is a problem. We just buy about 150 feet of HDMI cord. Probably a power cord.
So would it hang high enough where, I mean, if someone sat directly underneath it with it, is it okay? Do we have to clear, like, say, one space you need to leave?
Yeah, no, I kind of looked at it, and unless somebody is super tall and standing in the right spot, we're going to be able to see it. Unless somebody's like 6'8" and standing right in front of the camera, then we'll have the problem, but part of the concern about that is I don't know if this thing can handle the two cameras at the same time. Even just processing the thumbnail for them.
You mean the computer?
The computer, that's what I meant, yeah.
Well, I think that's...
And then, well, with the Wirecast we have right now, we can't do two shots like that either, so we'll have to spend some money to make that happen. But
right.
Maybe once basketball is rolling, I can actually do some real, dedicate some actual time to it. Honestly, it might cost $1,000 good camera, better Wirecast, and then all the... No way. Why? That's weird.
like the Barnes & Moore group slide.
Yeah, that looked pretty good. I figured the starting laps are going to be so difficult to nail down anyway ahead of time. We'll just put that up and we don't need to put them on the screen. As much as I'd love to, it's just...
Right. Well, like this morning, Maxwell had a change at 10:30 this morning, so yeah.
Yeah, and I probably could have handled that this morning, but if there's like a last minute thing, it's going to be on, then we might as well just not show it, you know. So, I think that'll be good. Better publicity for them too.
Yeah. And
I don't think it's really taken much away, so. I think our recorded starting lineups are when the boys are cool enough. I'm not playing those tonight, by the way.
Okay.
Just because they're not right anyway, so.
Right.
I figure instead of having to explain it, we'll just go with our starters once we get the corrected recordings and put her up and going. I have the program file all set on my computer. I just need to plug in the names.
Okay.
Pretty cool. I'm actually using the same bed that I used for the pizza. That hit the spot. These sophomores?
Yes.
Christy will wave at me if I play. I don't know. I'm so disappointed that wasn't a good pizza. I have to go get some of the good pizza. I'll be back.
I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
I was thought about just waiting and getting pizza here. Now I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
I actually had a calzone.
Yeah. That helps us out good. George's Pizza in Brookings has like the best calzone. Oh. And then again, Brookings is just a great college town. Probably the finest in the state. Their tax.
Yeah. Oh my
You don't like them while you're wearing their colors.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
What shirt are you wearing? Oh, you're up here. I still don't have an up here.
So inside.
That'd be hard. Saw Reagan Riley eating pizza earlier, so we'll see if that plays a factor.
Let's see. Anything else?
Talked to Alex Roby too when I was down there.
Oh.
Asked him how the team was. He said, yeah. We're really slow to kind of put things together. Isn't that crazy? Looks so much like his mom too, though. I always thought that Roby's just like a cool look to him. Black hair and the blue eyes. Plus he has the best handwriting I've ever seen in my life. Have you ever seen it? Oh man.
You have a man crush moment going on?
No, I always thought he was really cool. Cause, he was like my geography teacher in 7th grade. I was like, this guy's awesome. Lash. kind of like gym class at AG. You use a mat ball and pickleball and all that stuff. And then you go out to the driving range with the golf course and big ball. Cool. It's pretty neat. This one. It is. Okay. I always called it that. And I was like, what? I don't know. Just do like 5 minutes. Sorry, man.
There we go. I got all the slides. So I want to do. So.
I'm just behind in life. I suck.
Question for you.
What?
So, is the audio and all these slides the same as football, where you're going to go to the microphone line?
Yeah. Go microphone.
Should I do that right now?
Because it can hear us. Check. Like you tap up here. Where's the speaker?
Hello.
Yeah, it's up here.
So should I change that right
Yeah, so then change that to microphone, because then. So leave that, and then we'll. Test. Test, check 1, 2. Testing. Why are you only getting one bar there? Test. Why is this only coming out as one line? Test. Check 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go right here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check. That's weird. Test. Check 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test. That's really weird.
Testing 1, 2. There's the 2 bars. All right, we are live with stereo. Can they hear me? Are we live on YouTube?
Yes.
Oh. See if you can hear me on the. No, you don't need to hear me. It's just I'm talking about nothing. Is anybody even watching? We should see if somebody's watching. We should do some kind of promotion, like when before we even start, when I'm just here on here talking about nothing, testing audio levels. 3 people.
We have no comments.
No comments. Okay. Well, it's nothing to comment on. It's just a silly person.
Good. Health is good.
Okay, signal's good there. Yeah, keyword. That's a great idea. Yeah, okay. So how about this? If somebody's listening, should we do a thing where if you listen before we actually start the game and I say a keyword while testing everything, you get like a prize? We should do like RPR shirts. Can we get RPR shirts?
I'll be up there next week for a Christmas party.
They have like mass-produced shirts, like just for like a nickel.
Shows you how many people view each football game.
Oh, I have that. That's good. So that'd be cool. I'm curious to see if anybody comments on this to actually say, yeah, we should do that.
Some ideas, though, either email or have so that I can present them next week myself.
It's a good idea. I should email them to you. I got tons of ideas. I love giving stuff away on the radio. It's my favorite. Makes people feel so happy. And me feel so happy. It's like I'm pseudo Santa Claus or something like that. Just as fat, slightly less jolly. And just as bearded. Okay, so let's do this. Let's mix in some game audio. Aaron, do you want to test Dan's mic? Everybody will be able to hear you. She's doing it.
Well, people already hear me reading off sponsors.
That's right. We should find you
No,
in this thing,
we should not.
and people can kind of draw the veil.
Today's game is
Catholic Family Services,
See, there's
Catholic
Aaron
Community Foundation
Probus,
of
just
Eastern South Dakota,
fantastic.
Jardine
Can't do
Construction,
myself right
Hagen Chiropractic Clinic, Mini Critters, Barnett Vision Clinic, Crossroads,
See, that's
The Barn-
that's Aaron, and now she's testing Dan's microphone, right, Aaron?
Right.
Wait, you should say some things so we can test the levels.
All right, what do you want me to talk about?
I need you to talk like Dan. Say things Dan would say.
Dan will say anything.
I know.
I don't know what Dan says.
I don't know.
I don't listen to his
Talk
part of
about
it.
Notre Dame. That's basically all he talks
Talk
about.
about Notre Dame. I don't know.
Or Knights
a
of
whole lot.
Columbus.
I don't know a whole lot about either of those.
Okay, just.
I don't know insurance.
No, Knights of Columbus is a fraternal organization.
Oh, I thought you said the Knights of Columbus insurance.
No, well, yeah, then there's Knights of Columbus Insurance. Wait, I did that commercial.
Yeah,
Knights of Columbus Insurance.
that you did, and
Yeah.
I read it off.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh,
I'm a little hoarse tonight.
I like that meme with the horse outside somebody's door.
Yeah.
Could I pardon you for a glass of water? I'm a little horse. I love that.
Because he's actually a little horse.
That's a great, yeah, it's a little horse, but he also can't speak. It's
See?
a pun.
See, everyone, we're working on our parent jokes.
Exactly. We are expecting our first in February. We're going to be locked and loaded with terrible jokes with which to embarrass him, excuse me.
Yeah.
I think it'd be more
That's
embarrassed
parenting
by
done
me
right.
correcting my grammar, like even at home. Like, I mean, sometimes I speak in the same way at home that I do on the radio, just
Sometimes
like
you do.
correcting things.
When you're not doing Mickey.
Oh boy! Yeah, that wasn't very good.
No, it wasn't.
I can't believe people are actually listening to this.
They probably logged off when I got on.
I probably started hearing what we're talking about. I'm like, I don't really care about that.
Yeah,
Just
no.
turn it off. If people are, that's flattering, actually.
At any point, did you check the levels on this?
No, we've just been talking. Well, here, pull the mic closer.
Well, I had it pretty close.
I guess your voice is much softer than Dan's, so maybe this isn't a good.
No, probably not.
I can't do a Dan impression like his voice.
His voice isn't as loud as yours, though.
I know it's it's a little thinner, honestly.
A bit.
Because I got all this bass.
His is
I
just
got to
deeper.
figure out what I'm going to do with.
Than mine.
He almost has like a higher nasally kind of sound, but it's like his lows are higher, but his highs are maybe even lower than mine. Because I can go all the way up here, and he usually never talks up this high. You know, we're still talking, Brett, and people are still listening. Yeah, that cookie looks super good. $1? That's a good deal.
That's my ass. I can't be like funny because it's if I comment, it's real close. It's real
Right.
close. I can't make fun of
Yeah, exactly. Making fun of the talent or whatever you call what I do. In my free time. Okay, so that's good. I should have been checking audio levels from the floor.
Probably.
Here, I'm just gonna mix in. Let's get a bumper.
Value visor this year on your ball team.
Nope,
Sitting for a
can't
little
do
bit
that.
over.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
So anybody listening, a bumper is the music portion that brings us back in. Let's see if it'll work. Come on.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and
I have some questions. Make sure the guidance.
Straight Talk, 9:30 to 10 Central.
That's a little
Tuesday,
hot.
Wednesday, and Thursday mornings on Real Presence Live.
Welcome back to Roosevelt High School. The O'Gorman Knights leading the Roosevelt Rough Riders 30-19. $1.05 left to play in this second quarter of sophomore basketball. The travel over in the right corner. I got to get a roster here. Is this freshman? Oh, this is sophomore. How come? Oh, it's because that's the wrong team. Emma Wage? Is it Wage or is it Waggy?
She's a cousin of one of my best friends from college.
Oh, really? Waggy.
There's two of them.
Waggy. We got a little travel down the right corner. Turn over to Roosevelt. Top of the key for the Rough Riders is Brenna Madison. She's going to sail over to the right side, lose it off her foot, out of bounds on the baseline, and the Knights get it right back there. 51 seconds left in the second quarter. This is kind of some extra coverage before the actual coverage, I suppose. Inbound for OG goes in the hands of number 10, Grace Waggy. Waggy dribbles over to the left wing. Waggy, kicks it left corner. Inside, two up, no good. Rebounded by the Knights. Pitched down low and lost off the fingertips of Lexi Brady. Roosevelt on the charge over right wing is Elizabeth Denovan. Denovan dribbles up top, gets tangled up, and bounce passes it just to her left to Pipes. Pipes drives right side of the lane, puts it up, foul on the way, and the ball drops in with 19.6 left in the second quarter. That's actually not even who that is. There's no 23 on the roster. Ratliff. DeAndrea Ratliff is what I got. So we'll go with Ratliff. She's going to step up to the line. Try to make this a three-point play. Couple dribbles, spins the ball, bounces once more, fires it up over the rim, and nothing but net.
Nylon, nothing but nylon.
Nothing but nylon. I like that, Brett. 30-22, Knights with the lead over the Rough Riders here at Roosevelt High School. Left wing is, I don't know these players as much. Waggy, she's going to drive inside, lays it up, and good. Oh, that's funny. I just showed something. Long two from the right wing. It threw me off, Aaron. You showed me the paper, and I can't see it now, and I'm just confuzzled. Yeah. Oh, and that's the end of the quarter. At half, 32-24, sophomore game, Knights with the lead. Yeah, I was pointing out how Hannah and Emma Ronsick, they put the same. Is it in pencil? The same jersey number. Probably put that out. We'll fix that. Okay. So those people listening to us here on the YouTube stream, we should be going here after a halftime and after a second half of the varsity game. The Knights Game Day show before that. We'll probably test the levels in a little bit, but we will step aside for now. Thanks for listening. Talk to you later. Should be on right now. Dan?
Jakalinga.
Jakalinga.
Awati.
We're practicing names, ladies and gentlemen. They can hear us on YouTube.
Oh, welcome to
to
Roosevelt High School.
The pregame show,
Yes.
which is us talking about nothing. Right. Probably go on here in like a couple minutes, so.
Check.
I
It's
think
in the mail.
we're all checked up. Checked in, checked out. Hopefully not.
The following is a special presentation of Real Presence Radio. On Real Presence Radio. Welcome to the night's Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. For the night's Game Day Show, here's your hosts, Michael Promes and Dan Johnson.
Welcome one and all to the inaugural broadcast of O'Gorman Knights basketball here on Real Presence Radio. Seemed like just the other day football got over, and now we're here starting basketball. Michael Promes here alongside Dan Johnson, Brett Byler, our producer in the studio, or in the booth as well, and my lovely wife, Erin Promes. And so, Dan, how was your break?
Hey, it's a little warmer up here.
It is. We're up here in the wrestling room, starting things off here at Roosevelt High School. The O'Gorman Lady Knights taking on the Rough Riders here this afternoon.
You know, it's great to be here back and get back in the saddle again with basketball. You know, here we got a good matchup tonight. Crosstown rival, Sioux Falls O'Gorman versus Sioux Falls Roosevelt. You know, I'm going to call this, as we said last year, hostile territory because we're at Roosevelt tonight.
Absolutely, and not an easy place for any O'Gorman squad to play. I mean, it's the classic 41st Street rivalry. They've always had troubles with each other in one way or the other. And you have two teams starting out the season who really don't have a lot to lose, but at the same time they do. O'Gorman Knights returning 5 seniors, Roosevelt returning 3, but the Knights are returning 8 players that started last year. And so maybe the Knights have a bit more to lose than the Rough Riders, Dan.
We do. But also here you are, your first game is in cross rival like this. So this is, like you said, pretty intense. We lost one player, Mackenzie Hermanson from last year. We're going to miss her. But, there's gals on the bench that will step up and take her place. And so, we're very lucky we just lost one.
Absolutely, and a big loss at that. A great shooter, Mackenzie Hermanson, last year, but stepping up this year, we're going to see a couple new names around the arc. Riley Benson is a player that we saw last year really fighting in the trenches. She was only about 5'7" last year. She's grown an inch. She's a senior now this year, and we were at practice the other day, and we saw her hitting some threes that we wouldn't have seen last year. So filling in a little bit of gap there. We're also going to see a lot from the likes of Carly Kunkel, Izzy Moore, and of course Emma Ronsick.
What I like about, we were at practice Tuesday night, the intensity. Look at Riley Benson last year. She spent so much time on the floor. She was a grappler. She went for the ball. She maintains that this year, which I'm sure she will.
Yes.
That's her style of play. I mean, it's going to be phenomenal, but I like the intensity that the girls showed in practice. I was impressed with the intensity.
And if that's a sign of what we're going to see this year, I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun, at least for the O'Gorman Knights. You're listening to the Knights Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Now it's time to take a look at all the other games going on throughout the state of South Dakota. And it's time for your scoreboard update, sponsored by Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor. Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get value from their businesses. Jameson can be reached at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lake.
Okay, tonight starting off, Western Christian Iowa is at Harrisburg. Harrisburg ranked number 4 in the preseason. Sioux Falls, Washington is at Huron. Brookings is up playing Aberdeen Central. Watertown is at Sioux Falls Lincoln. Brandon Valley is out in Rapid City. Stevens and Yankton is at Spearfish. So it looks like Brandon Valley and Yankton are playing the West River teams right away like we did last year.
Right.
And that's in girls.
And let's take a look then at the preseason rankings for these teams as well, Dan. Now, remember, take these with a grain of salt. It's all speculation. They've only been practicing for 2 weeks before these, actually not even before the numbers came out. But the O'Gorman Knights ranked number 1 in the state of South Dakota, followed by Brandon Valley, Lincoln and Sioux Falls, Harrisburg, South Dakota, and Rapid City Stevens. And so, it says a lot, doesn't say a whole lot at the same time, Dan, but I think based on the team we saw last year and the depth that O'Gorman has this year, the Lady Knights, it might be accurate.
I hope it is, and it might be. The team that I'm very impressed with, look at Harrisburg, number 4. I thought they'd be higher. Back-to-back, second place, last 2 years in a row. We beat them 2 years ago. Aberdeen Central beat them last year in the championship game. 2 years in a row, championship game, came up empty-handed. So Harrisburg's got that. I thought they'd have came out a little bit higher than that, than 4, but they're in the top 5, so that's a good place to be. Preseason, like you said, this came out right when practice started, so anything can change by Monday.
Absolutely, and that's a look at your scoreboard update again, brought to you by Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor. Right now at Roosevelt High School, the sophomore game going a little bit long. O'Gorman Knights leading 60-55 over Roosevelt. 15 seconds to play. Roosevelt with the ball. They're going to round out this game with Roosevelt driving. A quick little layup is missed. Roosevelt gets it, puts it back. No good there. And a foul on the next rebound with 4 seconds left here as we roll along with the Knights Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we're going to hear from Roosevelt girls head coach David Maxwell in his 4th year at the helm of these Rough Riders. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get the value from their businesses. With multi-certified valuation and mergers and acquisition advisors, they understand the complexities of valuations and negotiating in the mergers and acquisitions marketplace. For more information, you can contact Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor, at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lakes.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers, and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
Welcome back to the First Premier Bank Card Knights Game Day Show. I'm now joined by Sioux Falls Roosevelt girls basketball coach David Maxwell. Coach, you've been practicing for a little bit over a week now as you prepare for Sioux Falls O'Gorman tonight. What has those first couple of practices been like, and what are your takeaways so far from what you've seen from your team?
Honestly, I've been really happy with how we've been practicing so far and kind of where we're at. We still got a million things to get better at. Our top 5 or 6 all have a lot of varsity experience with being back from last year. A lot of our depth from last year are injured or weren't able to play this year for a variety of reasons. So we've got a lot of our depth that had played for us last year. We've got some torn ACLs and some meniscus and all that kind of stuff. And so we're going to have some youth kids that are going into those roles, and they're talented, but might take a little bit of time for them to fully adjust.
And you mentioned some of those returning girls. You only had one senior, Madison Waltman, last year, who's a rotation player that graduated. You do return 4 of those 5 starters from last year. Who are some girls you're looking to for some leadership this year on your ball team?
Number 1, Macy Nielsen's going to need to be a leader for us. She's one of our top returning scorers from last year. She's going to have to be big on both ends. She's going to have to defend players that are bigger than her. She's going to have to rebound. She's going to have to score points. She's going to have to do a little bit of everything. Tatum Koima is a really good player as well. She's known for her shooting, but she's been improving her game in other areas as well. Hattie Giblin is probably our best leader as far as our talk and communication and getting people going. That's probably who I would say our best leader is right now.
And one of the things I look at, Coach, as I see your roster and some of the girls to expect to play this year, you face a similar challenge that you did last year, is your team's just not very tall. 4 of your starters are under 5'9". Talk about how that affects your style of play coming into this year, both offensively and defensively, with a team that doesn't have a lot of height.
Certainly, looking back on our team last year, I didn't feel like we were overly deep. I wanted to play a little bit more up-tempo, kind of a different style defensively than our pack line. We're going to kind of hang back, and if you want to shoot outside shots, we're okay with that. This year, we're going to have some more depth. Like I had said earlier, it's inexperienced and it's young, but I feel like we're more talented with our depth this year, and we're going to be able to sub and go a little bit deeper with our bench. And so we're hoping to play a little bit of a faster style, faster-paced game, hopefully to speed teams up against us a little bit. And to be honest with you, hoping that they'll take a jump shot before they even get a chance to throw the ball inside or have a very good look to throw the ball inside. I just think inside we just aren't overly big, and so we've got to find different ways to combat that lack of size.
What excites you most about this year's group of girls that you're going to be coaching?
They just have tremendous attitudes. They come to work every day, and it's not something that I've got to pry it out of them to get them to play hard or to want to be there or things like that. And so I think that's the biggest thing. As a coach, the thing that I like the most is, to be honest, anybody that's on our varsity roster, I would feel totally comfortable putting in the varsity basketball game right now. And I don't have anybody that I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know if they're quite ready yet, where I haven't really had that since I've been here before.
And finally, Coach, you start the season off against Sioux Falls O'Gorman, a city opponent tonight at Roosevelt High School. What does your team need to do to have success against O'Gorman tonight?
Well, I mean, Emma Rondrick, obviously, I think is, if not the best player, one of the best players in the state, and so she's going to be a big key for us. We've got to figure out different ways to limit her touches and wear her out and try to make everything hard for her all night. But then they've got a variety of talented players. Awati inside is a talented player inside, and we're going to have to do a couple different things to hopefully shake it up a little bit and keep them off balance. Overall, I mean, Coach Colesgrove does an unbelievable job. They're a perennial state tournament team, and they're always going to be well coached, and they're going to be disciplined, and they're going to play hard. And you know that you're going to have to be ready to play. I love playing them the first game of the year because it's a great measuring stick to know where you're at.
Thank you so much, Coach Maxwell, for your time, and good luck tonight against Sioux Falls O'Gorman.
Yep, thanks for having me.
That was Brett Byler sitting down with Roosevelt girls head coach David Maxwell in his 4th year at the helm of these Roosevelt Rough Riders. You're listening to the Knights Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card, gearing up for OG versus Roosevelt Game 1 of this 2018-2019 season. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll hear from O'Gorman head coach Kent Colesrud. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Your family is depending on you. Your family is looking to you to make sure they're safe, protected, and taken care of. Knights of Columbus Insurance offers the protection they need, whether it's term life, whole life, long-term care insurance, disability income insurance, annuities, retirement planning, estate planning, or an insurance analysis. Please call Heath Dickelman at 605-351-7978. Knights of Columbus Insurance.
Morgan Stanley values long-term relationships with its clients. Andrew DeMore and Thaddeus Barnes, financial advisors with the Barnes DeMore Group of Morgan Stanley's Sioux Falls office, know that building relationships begins with getting to know each client. Andrew and Thad can create personal investment strategies to help meet retirement, education, and other financial needs. Andrew and Thad can be reached at 338-6500. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley, Smith Barney LLC, member SIPC. Welcome back to the First Premier Bank Card Knights Game Day Show. I'm now joined by Sioux Falls O'Gorman girls basketball coach Kent Colesrud. And Coach, you've been practicing for a little bit over a week and a half, or basically about a week now as you have to get prepared for Sioux Falls Roosevelt tonight. A quick turnaround. Just talk about what your first week of practice has been like, and what are some things that you've been working on as you prepare for the game tonight?
Yeah, it's exciting to get back to it, Brett. That first day of practice, coaches, kids, everybody's fired up, and a group that worked tremendously hard this offseason to get themselves ready for this basketball season. Got like 12 days to get ready for the first game, so you're trying to do so much stuff. Kids came into practice in pretty good condition, but you're still trying to work on that. You're trying to do some fundamental things. You're trying to put in offense, defense, out of bounds plays, press break. Kids have done a nice job of picking up on those things.
I know, Coach, looking at your team this year compared to the start of last season, you had a lot of inexperienced girls going to be playing big-time varsity minutes. Well, in turn now this year, 7 of our 8 top girls return from last year. We only lose Mackenzie, and then we bring back Courtney Baruth. Just talking to our audience out there listening, that some players to expect to see a lot this year wearing the O'Gorman Knights jersey. And as a coach, how nice is it for you to have that returning players coming back this year?
Yeah, it's great, Brett, to have that returning experience back. There's no way to simulate that. Like you said, 7 out of those top 8 kids have played varsity basketball before, and certainly nice to have Courtney Baruth back as well. So that was certainly nice to be able to build on here early season. And Emma Ronsick, she's going to be one of our leaders for us. That's certainly not a secret. We certainly got to get her opportunities. Do anticipate moving her around like we did last year. She'll play point guard some. She'll play on the wing. She'll play in the post some. Awadi Okoye, I thought, really had a nice year last year stepping in, and expecting bigger things out of her this year. Riley Benson and Abigail Muller both did a nice job starting last year, and we need a little bit more production out of those kids. I think they're very capable of that this year. Carly Kunkel stepping into the starting lineup at the point guard spot. Played a lot of varsity minutes for us last year. Did a really nice job. And off the bench, Izzy Moore, we consider her like a 6th starter. She's going to play starter type of minutes, and she just brings so much energy to us and the ability to play full court transition type of basketball. Courtney Baruth will be able to play some minutes inside and possibly play Courtney and Awadi together inside. Reagan Riley played some minutes off the bench last year as a freshman. Did a really nice job now being a sophomore. So I feel like we have 8 really experienced kids, and 6 other kids on our roster too still competing for spots.
Going into the season, Coach, what do you feel as some of the strengths for your team might be?
We certainly need to get the basketball inside. We have some size advantage there. I think we're a little bit better shooting team than we were last year. Defense and rebounding got to be the number one key for us. There's no reason we can't be really good defensively, and we can't allow second, third opportunities. And if we want to get out and be a transition team like we would like to be this year, it's got to start with getting a stop and a defensive rebound. It's hard to run in transition if teams are scoring against you. So it's all got to start for us on the defensive end, and I anticipate us being pretty good there. And hopefully we'll be able to execute and knock in shots on the offensive end.
And finally, Coach, tonight we start the season against a Metro opponent, city opponent in Sioux Falls, Roosevelt, at Roosevelt tonight. They return 4 of their 5 starters from last year, and A lot of good guards with the Koima girl, Nielsen, and Hattie Giblin. Talk about what your team needs to do tonight to have success in game number 1 against Roosevelt.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Nice returning 4 or 5 starters like we do. Some kids that have been around a while. 2 names you mentioned, Koima and Nielsen. Both very good shooters, very smart basketball players, just a very solid kids. So we expect a battle. It's never easy playing a Metro team, going over and playing Sioux Falls Roosevelt at their place. First games, both teams are going to probably be a little bit anxious, maybe a little bit nervous. So getting off to a good start is certainly going to be important. But Coach Maxwell does a great job. We know they're going to be well coached, and we just hope our kids go over there, play good, confident basketball, and this I know we're going to be really excited to play.
Thank you so much, Coach, for your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Brett.
That was Brett Byler sitting down with O'Gorman head coach Kent Colzer at his 21st year at the helm of these O'Gorman Knights. An overall record 317 and 163 in a career. Very impressive, fantastic coach, and he has won state championship under his belt. We'll see if he can do it again.
He's a Dakota Stater.
That's right.
That's right. Got to get them Trojans in.
You've been listening to the Knights Game Day Show, sponsored by, I apologize, we can't wrap this up because we needed to take a look at our Keys to Victory, sponsored by John Fritsch with the Financial Benefits Company. Financial Benefits Company helps individuals and small businesses plan for retirement. John Fritsch can be reached at 605-334-8086. And Dan, what are a couple things?
Well, there's no bowling balls here.
No bowling balls.
There's no human bowling ball.
No.
Okay, number 1, I got 4 things. Attitude. First game of the year, they got to come out with a positive attitude. Number 2, inside game. Work that inside game all we can because we got Emma right there. And smart basketball. Play heads up smart basketball. And number 4, don't give up that shot. Roosevelt can shoot from the outside.
Yes.
Maintain that outside perimeter. So, they got to play solid all-around basketball against these Rough Riders.
Absolutely, and I'd throw in, work as a team. There's a lot of moving parts, especially at the beginning of the season. Use your instincts, but trust your teammates, and I think that's going to be huge for OG as they kind of find their cohesiveness, and hopefully they can do that sooner than later.
So who's going to take over that leadership from Mackenzie?
Exactly.
That's what I mean, attitude. Mackenzie kept the girls in check last year, and so who's going to take over that leadership role this year?
That'll be the big question, and we'll find out after a few games, I'm sure. Those are your Keys to Victory, again sponsored by John Fritsch with Financial Benefits Company, and you've been listening to the Knights Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. First Premier Bank Card is a proud sponsor of Sioux Falls O'Gorman Sports. First Premier Bank Card, locally grown, nationally known. We'll step aside when we come back. Game 1 of this girls' basketball season, the O'Gorman Knights at the Roosevelt Rough Riders. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
You're listening to the RPR Network. FM 94.5, KGWD Sioux Falls, and FM 91.3, KSTJ Hartford. Real Presence Radio, your family of faith and hope.
Financial Benefits Company helps individuals and small businesses prepare for retirement. Financial Benefits Company's philosophy is safe principal, positive return. You can reach John Fritsch at 605-334-8086 and on the web at fbcjf.com. Financial Benefits Company is a proud sponsor of Catholic Radio.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers, and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
Sport involves more than the movement of the body. It demands intelligence and the disciplining of human will. It reveals the wonderful structure of the human person, a spiritual being, a unity of body and soul, created by God. On Real Presence Radio, this is O'Gorman Knights basketball. Today's game is brought to you by
Catholic Family Services, Catholic Community Foundation of Eastern South Dakota, Jardine Construction, Hagen Chiropractic Clinic, Mini Critters, Barnett Vision Clinic, Crossroads, The Barnes DeMoore Group Financial Advisors at Morgan Stanley, Sioux Falls Catholic Schools, Jeff Alvey with Fair Tax Inc., John Fritsch with the Financial Benefits Company, Knights of Columbus Insurance Field Agent Heath Dickelman, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, First Premier Bank Card, Sioux Equipment Company, Ide Bailey, Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness, Mark Promis with Providence Financial, Big Rig Barbecue, and Jameson Rounds Managing Partner of Value Visor.
With all the exciting action of O'Gorman Knights basketball, here's Michael Promis and Dan Johnson.
Welcome, one and all, to another broadcast of O'Gorman Knights Sports. It's been a while since we've been on, football season-ish, and now start of basketball season for 11 AA basketball for the girls here in the state of South Dakota. O'Gorman Knights are here at Roosevelt High School, getting ready to take on the Rough Riders. As we talked about in our pregame, could be very interesting. A lot of good assets on both teams. Both teams also have their share of faults going into this very early season. We'll see how all of that plays out. Hey folks, Michael Promis here alongside Dan Johnson, Brett Bauer, producer. And Dan, how are you feeling about OG? We were at practice the other day. We saw some good things. I think we saw a lot of depth especially. But your thoughts on this young OG team?
I was impressed with the depth that we have. I didn't realize that we got some good sophomore and a couple of freshman ball players that really looked fabulous the other day at practice, really intense, and they were going at it and stuff. I'm like, if they play like that intensity in practice and they get out, they're going to be playing some court time.
Oh, absolutely. And the O'Gorman Knights are ranked number 1 in the preseason polls. Roosevelt is unranked. And remember, take that with a grain of salt. It only means so much. It's a lot speculation. These teams have only been practicing for about 2 weeks. But the O'Gorman Knights returning 5 seniors and 8 starters from last year. A lot of young players, but a lot of very experienced players at that.
And we have a freshman girl that, we have Emma. Emma's a junior. We have this year, next year. But there's another gal that's out there that's a freshman, 5'9". She's not done growing yet. That's Emma's little sister.
Exactly.
And I'm like, wow. She got some talent.
Absolutely, and we're probably going to see her a couple times this season. And we'll talk about some of these players as they are announced on the floor. But the national anthem is going to be played here at Roosevelt High School. We'll tune in for that. We'll start things off with a prayer after that as well. Then we'll get you starting lineups for both the O'Gorman Knights and the Roosevelt Rough Riders. We'll take it onto the floor for the national anthem.
All veterans and other uniformed military personnel may salute the flag as a Roosevelt High School pep band under the direction of Mike Hench and Spencer Cruz perform our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem.
Performed by the Roosevelt High School Pep Band. A fantastic job, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's start off this game the way we should begin. All good things.
Hello, my name is Father Tyler Madsen. I'm the associate at Holy Spirit Parish in Sioux Falls, as well as the chaplain of O'Gorman Junior High. And we can begin in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, creator of the human person, we read in the Psalms that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. You have given us gifts to glorify you. We thank you for the gifts of speed and agility. We thank you for the gifts of strength and endurance. We thank you for the gifts of focus and passion. May all the gifts used in today's game glorify you. Please send your blessing upon this athletic event. Please keep all the athletes safe from injury and grant enthusiasm and sportsmanship to all. We pray this all in the name of Jesus. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
All right, Father Madsen, thank you very much. Let's get into the starting lineups then for these O'Gorman Knights and Roosevelt Rough Riders. We'll start with the home team, the Roosevelt Rough Riders. And by the way, starting lineups brought to you by the Barnes DeMoor Group, financial advisors at Morgan Stanley in Sioux Falls. The Barnes DeMoor Group can be reached at 605-338-6500, located at 300 Sharapa Place, Suite 503 in Sioux Falls. Products and services by Morgan Stanley, Smith Barney LLC, member SIPC. And Dan, I'll go ahead and give the starting lineups for the Roosevelt Rough Riders under the direction of David Maxwell, fourth-year head coach. Starting for the Roosevelt Rough Riders, number 3, Brooke Almendinger, a 5'6" senior guard. Number 4, Hattie Giblin, a 5'5" junior guard. Number 15, Tatum Koima, a 5'8" junior guard. Number 21, Macy Nielsen, a 5'7" junior guard. And rounding out the lineup for the Rough Riders, number 30, Tariah Ambrose, a 5'11" senior forward. Now for the starting lineups, Dan, for the O'Gorman Knights.
Starting senior guard, number 4, Abigail Muller. Starting also senior forward, number 5, Riley Benson. Guard, a junior, 5'6", Carly Kunkel, number 10. And in the center, we have a senior 6'2", Awati Akoi. And a forward, number 31, 6'1", junior, Emma Ronzik.
All right, Dan, thank you very much. One thing to note, Emma Ronzik was just named to the volleyball AA All-State first team, so congratulations to her. Big achievement there. And also on the Roosevelt side, one player committing to go play soccer at USD, that's Hattie Giblin. Fantastic soccer player, a great basketball player as well, so expect a lot from her. She's not the biggest player out there, a 5'5" junior. A junior has already committed to go play at USD. She's that good, but she's scrappy. She can shoot very well, so watch out for that. And of course, Dan, let's talk about some of the players we need to watch out for these O'Gorman Knights real quick as we're wrapping up starting lineups on the floor. Of course, we can talk about Emma Ronson. We've been talking about her for the past 2 years now because she's just that effective, but we have a lot of younger players that got a lot of time last year, the likes of Allison Crouch, Izzy Moore. We're going to see Carly Kunkel in their lot as well. And then Courtney Bruth is back for her senior season.
And Reagan Riley.
Reagan Riley, absolutely.
Yeah, she played a lot last year as a freshman. She's, sophomore, 5'10". So he's got 4 or 5 he can pull right off the bench to fill in 2 seconds. So, it's a good team. Like I mentioned before, I like the intensity of practice that they showed. So
absolutely, and I think I'm most excited about the down-low play that these O'Gorman Knights offer. Of course, you have Awati Akoi, who's going to be playing down low most of the time, a 6'2" senior center. Number 23 on your roster, who I was just told verbally committed to Wayne State to play basketball. Of course, her older sister, Sebastian Akoi, played for OG a couple years ago as well, and she went on to play college ball. But I think Awati might be a more effective basketball player.
Yeah.
At least on this squad.
But again, you got a 6'1", 6'2", you got, I'll call them twin towers like we called it a couple years ago.
Right.
And it's going to be hard for anybody to defend against them too. If they get that chemistry inside and they can read each other, nobody's going to stop them.
Absolutely. And Courtney Baruth, a 6-foot senior center, skipped last year, but she's back. She's healthy. She's been practicing, doing a good job at practice as well. So we'll see how she fits in to this squad. So you have those 2 6-foot players, and then you have Emma Ronzik at a guard forward. She can be very versatile, actually, and she's at 6'1".
And she can pop some threes from the outside.
Yes, she can.
She multitask.
So the starting lineups are done on the floor. We're ready to tip off this season of AA girls basketball here on Real Presence Radio. Again, Michael Promas here, Dan Johnson, Brett Byler, our producer. Great turnout here at Roosevelt High School. O'Gorman Knights wearing their away blue jerseys, white numbers and letters, gold trim, white and gold stripes down the sides. Some new jerseys this year, folks. They're fantastic looking. And the Roosevelt Rough Riders in their home white jerseys with the cardinal and gold stripes all the way from top to bottom down the sides. Cardinal numbers and letters, gold trim. Emma Ronzik tips it first, and the Knights start things off in this AA girls basketball season. Ronzik moves over to the right wing, bounce passes to Akoi at the top of the key. She's looking inside, finds Benson. at just the right of the free throw line, finds Ronsick down the right block. She turns around, an air ball to the basket, an unlikely miss by Emma Ronsick. Last touch by OG as it sails across the out-of-bounds line, and Roosevelt gets it back.
You see how they collapsed on Emma when she had the ball there in the paint?
Mm-hmm.
There were 4 defenders right on her.
Roosevelt, from what I hear, is going to be running more of a zone defense. We'll see how that works out. Here are the Rough Riders now. Left wing is Koima. She kicks it top of the key to Giblin. Dribbles right wing. Looking to the top now. Throws it cross court to the left wing to Koima. She checks it down to the left corner. A couple dribbles down there by Almendinger. Then a pass back up top to Koima. 12 seconds on the shot clock. She rotates out with Giblin. Kicks it back to Koima left wing. Down to Giblin left corner. She's looking at that hoop. 5 seconds. Kicks it top of the key. And a double dribble, or travel, is going to be called on number 21, Macy Nielsen. She kind of went to shoot at the top of the key there and then held back. Both feet left the ground, and so it's going to be.
She knew it. She was
travel.
smiling from ear to ear.
7:05, 1 minute into this first quarter. No score yet as Carly Kunkel's at the top of the key, slicing it up, but she needs some help. Bounce passes it to Moeller right wing. She throws it down low, or tries to shoot, It's going to be rebounded by a Coy left block. She'll kick it up top of the key to Benson. Rotates out with, that is Ronsick. Then over left wing, Kunkel, long three is good. Knights take the lead 3-0, 6:41 on the board here at Roosevelt High School in the first quarter. Knights putting on a heavy press, trying to get Roosevelt to mess up. Carly Kunkel gets a hand on it as Tatum Koima was trying to hit up Hattie Giblin in front of her own bench. Out of bounds, and Roosevelt will have to inbound it again. Here's the inbound to Giblin. She'll cross half court and then pass it over left wing to Koima. Back up top, then over right wing to Giblin. She motions with the right hand, dribbles with her left, moves over left wing, looking inside, trying to find somewhere to go. Reverses, throws it down low into the hands of Ambrose. She'll move into the lane, try to turn around and do something, but a foul's going to be called on OG.
And Carly reaching in from the backside.
It'll be Kunkel's first foul of the game, first team foul for the Knights. 3-0, 6:14 to play in this first quarter. By the way, Roosevelt moving from my right to my left. O'Gorman then left to right. Roosevelt with the inbounds over left corner is Ambrose. She drives inside. The ball is tipped by Akoy. A wrestling match for the ball at the left wing. They're going to say jump ball. Good job by Abigail Moeller getting in there and wrestling that ball away.
I mean, Awati came in and I don't know how she was going to get over. It was a short, but Awati just swatted that.
Jump ball goes to Roosevelt. Here's Hattie Giblin at top of the key. 20 seconds on the shot clock. She's going to check it down inside to Koima. Jumper left side of the free throw line, falls in for 2, and Rosie's on the board. 3-2. Knights still lead, though. 5:50 on the clock in the first quarter. A bit of a press here from Hattie Giblin on Kunkel. She's going to sweep over right wing, holds the ball. Giblin's all over her, trying to swat the ball away. Kunkel's able to get it over to Moeller left corner, then up to Ronsick, top of the key. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ronsick pump fakes to the basket, kicks it to Kunkel right corner, then back down to Ronsick. Right-handed layup is good. Emma Ronsick, her first points of the game. 5-2, Knights with the lead.
See how she pulled out and got open and just led her to the basket and up and in for the easy layup.
Here's Hattie Giblin, top of the key, rotates it around to the right corner. Here's Almendinger, airs it out on the long three. Goes out of bounds, last touched by the Rough Riders. Couple substitutions coming in for both teams for the O'Gorman Knights. Izzy Moore checks in, a 5'7" sophomore guard for Abigail Moeller. We saw a lot from her last year when she was a freshman and kind of blew our minds with her abilities. Very athletic, a great shooter as well.
She's quick.
Here's that press from Roosevelt as Kunkel crosses the half-court line, looking inside, hits up Ronsick right side of the free throw line. She kicks it back up top to Akoy. Akoy holding the ball above her head, pivoting on the right foot, finds Ronsick at the left block. She turns around, barely grabs it, but puts it up. She's going to be fouled on the shot, misses it, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Roosevelt's really got some good pressure on the Knights right now. They're really, Carly's kind of really, man-to-man on Carly right now.
That foul was on number 23, Kayla Martinez. Ronsick hits her first free throw. 3 points for the young lady so far in this game, trying to make it 4. Second shot up, nothing but net. 7-2, Knights with the lead, 4:53 to play in this first quarter. Knights again with a heavy press. Roosevelt, 3 players on this side of the floor trying to get across half court. Got Kunkel coming in for the trap with Izzy Moore. Roosevelt's able to get it away. Here's Martinez crossing half court, losing the ball, and Kunkel is going to be called for a foul. She gets tangled up with Kayla Martinez.
It's 2 on Carly right away.
Second team foul for OG. And Kunkel will check out for Reagan Riley. Riley, 5'10", sophomore forward. Another one of the younger players for this OG squad, but got plenty of playing time last year and did some really good things, especially as she gained some confidence at the end of the season.
Okay, so both starting guards, Abigail and Carly, are both on the bench right now.
Roosevelt will inbound just in front of their student section, are on our side of the floor. Inbound goes top of the key to Martinez. She checks it left, gets it back, bounce pass it right. Size can be stolen by Emma Ronsick. She goes in transition and is fouled as she crosses that half-court line. A foul will be on number 23, Kayla Martinez. Her second of the game already. Second team foul for Roosevelt, but they'll keep her in.
She had to foul her.
Had to. Yep. Ronsick gets the ball in the inbound top of the key, checks it to Riley, right wing. She'll dribble up top, holds the ball, and rotates out with Moore. Moore looking left, starts to dribble, moves to the left wing, looks inside, finds a Coy left block. Double team, she turns around, got a shove from behind, but nothing called, and she's going to be called for a double dribble. And Dan, what happened there is she got the ball, got a good shove from behind, picked up the ball, and then started to dribble again.
She gets flustered when they get the pressure on there, and that's what happens.
And DeAndrea Ratliff on the coverage there. She's going to have her hands full with the Coy in this game. 7-2, Knights with the lead halfway through this first quarter. Top of the key for Roosevelt is Macy Nielsen. So kick it over left wing and then back up top to Martinez. Martinez dribbles right wing, back up top to Nielsen now. She drives left side of the lane, holds the ball, kicks it up top to Giblin. She looks at the basket, drives instead, throws it down low to Ratliff. She tries to put it up, gets tangled up with Ronsick. They're going to say jump ball. This will go to the O'Gorman Knights.
Good pressure by Emma. Wow. She went right after that ball.
We've seen a lot of aggressive play from these O'Gorman Knights. That's something we didn't always see last year, and I think Coach Colzer has to be very excited to see this kind of effort already in the season.
Okay, Courtney Baruth is in now.
McCoy takes a seat for the first time, and Courtney Baruth back for her senior season. Knights inbound to Ronsick. She crosses half court, wasting no time, gets it down to the left corner, dribbles up to the left wing, and throws it up top to Reagan Riley. Riley holding the ball over her head, dribbles down, moves right, kicks it back up top to Ronsick. She throws it to Moore, right wing. Moore trying to find somewhere to go, starts to dribble, moves to the top of the key, throws it left wing to Benson. Benson inside of Ronsick, jumper mid lane, hits the back iron, touches every side of the rim, no good. Here is Baruth, no good on the putback, and rebounded this time by the Rough Riders. Maya Rogenbuck sprinting down the court, right wing, throws it up top, three is good. Tatum Koima, number 15. 5 points for her, and Roosevelt brings it within two. Ronsick in transition, wasting no time at the right block. Layup, and she's going to be fouled, misses the shot. I think Roosevelt thought maybe that was going to be charging on Ronsick.
Who's that, 55?
Yeah, that's Salma Sharif, number 55, a 6'4" sophomore center. Ronsick at the line for the second time tonight. Misses her first. She is 2 and 3. Ronsick readies her second. And that one is good. 8-5, Knights with the lead. 3:08 on the board here in this first quarter.
Oh, good pressure by the Knights there. A little bit of a...
Martinez over on the left wing, throws it up top. Dribbles up top. She loses the ball, almost stolen by Moore. But she recovers, kicks over left wing. Martinez gets it back right wing, throws it down low, trying to find Sharif, but it's going to be stolen away by the Knights.
Coach wanted to push it up fast.
Ronsick down to Moore, left corner. She dribbles inside, nothing there. Kicks it back out to Ronsick. Three up and good. Emma Ronsick from downtown. 8 points.
11-5. Lady Knights over the Roosevelt.
Had to get my Marv Alberts call in there sometime tonight. 2:25 to play in the first quarter. Knights leading 11-5. 8 points for Emma Ronsick so far. Trying to work it inside is Kayla Martinez. She's trying to find Tatum Koima, but Reagan Riley, Izzy Moore, and Riley Benson were all in there to break it up. It goes out of bounds, last touched by the Rough Riders. 2:19 to play in the first quarter, and Roosevelt will inbound left side of the lane. Here's the inbounds. It's going to be rotated around the arc all the way to the right wing to Allmendinger, who inbounded it. Throws it up top to Reesness. Reesness drives the lane. No good on the shot. Excuse me, that was Giblin on the drive. They're going to say she was fouled on the floor.
Izzy?
Yep, Izzy Moore picking up her second foul of the game already. That's 4 fouls for the Knights, 3 fouls for Roosevelt. 2:10 to play in the first quarter. Knights leading 11-5.
And who's got the 4 fouls? Konko and Izzy are 2 guards. Got both sitting with 2, so Izzy's going to take a breather.
And 2 of the primary ball handlers, too. Here's the inbound right side of the lane. It's going to go all the way up top to Giblin. Giblin over right wing into the hands of Nielsen. Nielsen rotates it around the arc to Allmendinger left wing. She dribbles up top, rotates out with Giblin. Giblin looking inside, changes her dribble, moves into the lane, throws it. It goes off of Ronsik's foot into the back court. 15 seconds on that shot clock as Roosevelt recovers. Here's Martinez. That is Nielsen right wing. Dribbles up top and throws it left wing to Giblin. She throws it back up top. It's long 3, no good by Nielsen. Rebounded by Roosevelt. Look at a fresh shot clock here. Ball's going to go up top to Giblin. She's going to reset. Motioning to her team with her right hand, dribbling with her left. Picks it up, throws it up top, kicks it over right wing into the hands of Nielsen. Nielsen rotates it back around to the left wing to Allmendinger. She rotates it back around to the right corner. Nielsen, she's looking to the basket, drives the baseline, bounce passes it out. There's Reagan Riley to steal it away down the left side of the floor to the basket. No, stops, turns away, back out to Ronzik. 3 up and good!
Same spot as she was before.
2 threes for Emma Ronzik, 11 points total, and the Knights extend their lead 14-5 with 1 minute to play in this first quarter.
Great defense by the Knights there on the Roosevelt possession.
And they're patient.
Yeah.
Waiting for something to happen, and then when something presents itself, they make it happen. Here's Giblin. Drives inside. Jumper from the right side of the free throw line is no good. Rebounded by Baruth. She's able to get it away to Ronzik. Then all the way down low to Okoye. She tries for a left-handed layup, but she's going to be fouled on the shot. No good on the shot, by the way.
Coach Maxwell's calling for traveling on Awati.
She was pivoting a lot down there, but I think it looked like her foot was set. That's a hard thing to call, and it kind of depends on the referee, really, and the view. Nothing called there. Okoye, first shot, nothing but net. I didn't even see the nylon move that time. 15-5. First point for Awati Okoye in this game.
Benson and Courtney are back for the Knights. 43 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Okoye will ready her second shot. Takes a couple dribbles, moves her feet, fires it up. It's touches the top and the back and falls out. Rebounded by Roosevelt. That's Salma Sharif. Roosevelt wasting no time with only 35 seconds left in this half. 33 seconds on the game clock, 26 seconds on the shot clock. Roosevelt moving around the arc over right wing into the hands of Giblin. Giblin's going to bounce pass it down low. Giblin has it right corner. That pass was by Reesness. She's going to kick it back up top and then over back left wing in the hands of Reesness. She'll fire 3, no good there. Shot clock turned off. 15 seconds to play, and the Knights with the ball. Here's Riley Benson, left wing, holding it above her head. Finds it to Abigail Moeller, right wing. She misses the pass after one dribble. She got one hand on it, tried to bring it down, but didn't really get in front of the ball.
She broke the wrong way.
Right. Goes out of bounds, and Roosevelt will get it back with 9.6 seconds on the clock. Knights lead 15-5.
Watch a 3.
Here's the inbound to Tatum Koima. Koima dribbling down the left side of the floor, looking up top. Takes the long 3 left wing off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Awati Okoye, and that's the end of the first quarter. After one, the O'Gorman Knights lead Roosevelt 15-5. We'll step aside. This is O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Morgan Stanley values long-term relationships with its clients. I'm Andy Demore, financial advisor with the Barnes Demore Group of Morgan Stanley's Sioux Falls office. Thad Barnes and myself know that building relationships begins with getting to know each client. We can create personal investment strategies to help meet retirement, education, and other financial needs.
Andy and Thad can be reached at 338-6500. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC.
Big Rig Barbecue brings a Texas-style barbecue to South Dakota. They use a real wood smoker for all their meats every single day. Big Rig Barbecue serves sliced brisket, pulled pork, chicken, and ribs. They offer pre-orders for smaller events and gatherings and cater for large events including parties, meetings, and graduations. Big Rig Barbecue's new sit-down location is on the corner of 41st and Minnesota. Their website, bigrigbbbq.net.
Start of the second quarter here at Roosevelt High School. O'Gorman Knights leading the Rough Riders 15-5. And it's really pretty much just been all OG. Emma Ronsick, 9 points for the Knights in that first quarter. But Roosevelt showing their shooting game as well a little bit, trying to get something going here offensively. They'll start off this second quarter. Here's Macy Nielsen, left wing. She'll dribble up top, hand it off to Koima. She'll fire the three off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Taraya Ambrose. She'll get tangled up with the Knights, and they'll say jump ball. This will go to OG.
Well, Emma's got 11. When I had to check my score, but Emma's got 11 out of 15. And so I'm like, it's been all Emma. It's been, Riley Benson's been pretty quiet this first quarter.
And you've got 3 points. I should say a 3-point shot from Carly Kunkel. But then you have 1 point from Wati Okoye, and that's it for OG.
Carly's back in.
Crossing half court. Carly Kunkel, she's going to be fouled on the approach by Kayla Martinez. Her third of the game, 15 foul for Roosevelt. So Kunkel gets the inbound again, moves over right wing, dribbles behind her back, picks up the ball, loses it. Bounce passes to Ronsick, top of the key. She'll drive the lane, dump it down to Okoye. It's tipped, but here's Muller to pick it up, coming in from the left corner. She'll dribble, throw it to Benson, top of the key. Three up off the front of the rim, no good. Tipped out of bounds, and they're going to give this one to Roosevelt. But Dan, from that first quarter, you have to love the effort that these O'Gorman Knights are giving. I mean, at practice the other day, it maybe seemed a little bit slow, but tonight, they're dead on.
Yep, intensity. That's what their attitude. So they want to come out. They want to win this first game.
Here's Koima, right wing, fires the three. It's good. Covered by Emma Ronsick, but Koima was able to sneak one in. 15-8, 1 minute into the second quarter.
That's her second three-pointer.
Tom the key, Carly Kunkel. She's going to hand it off to Ronsick. Ronsick back to Kunkel over on the left wing. Kunkel calling for a teammate, holding the ball over her head, finds Benson inside the lane, dumps it down to Okoye, and Okoye is going to be called for a push-off as she went to grab that pass.
They said the elbow. I missed that.
That'll be her first foul of the game, 15 foul for the Knights, and Roosevelt gets the ball back.
Looks like Coach Coldridge's talking to him, saying, I don't think so, but
not happy about that one at all. Crossing half court is Hattie Giblin. She's going to hand it off to Mackenzie Reesness. Reesness then up top to Ambrose. She throws it inside, stolen away by Ronsick. Ronsick down to Muller in transition, left block. She can't make it to the basket, holds the ball, pivots around, kicks it back up top to Ronsick on the Roosevelt Rough Rider logo. Then back down low to Okoye, left block, layup, good! 3 points for Okoye.
I think that's going to be, you're going to see that a lot tonight. We're going to get into that.
And, that's her range. That is where she's most effective because she's taller than almost anybody on the floor, and she works it down there so well. 17-8, O'Gorman Knights with the lead, 6:08 on the board in the second quarter. Left wing, here's Tatum Koima, down low to Giblin. She drives the baseline, nothing there, kicks it out right corner to Schmidt. Schmidt drives inside, loses the ball. Wrestling match between Ambrose and Benson. Surprise, surprise, Benson on the floor wrestling for the ball.
There we go, I wait for that.
That was her specialty last year, and I think we're going to see a lot of that again this year. She's not the biggest gal, but I think she fights harder than anybody else.
She's the biggest fighter we got on the team in my book.
Moore comes in. Reagan Riley comes in. Kunkel takes a seat, as does Abigail Muller. Here's the inbound by Roosevelt. Goes up top to Hattie Giblin. Giblin over right wing of the hands of Rogenbuck. Rogenbuck rotates it around the arc to the left corner to Nielsen. She fires a three and gets it. Macy Nielsen, a 5'7" junior guard, her first points of the game, brings it within 6. 17-11, Knights with the lead, 5:38. The long three left wing by Ronsick, no good there. Benson tries to come down with the rebound. Benson hits the deck hard. She's okay, being helped up by her teammates. Almost looked like she might have hit her head a little bit there, but looks like she's okay.
She laid there for a second, which...
Ball rolled out of bounds, last touched by Roosevelt. Knights will inbound. Here's Moore inbounding right side of the lane. Again, O'Gorman moving from my left to my right. Roosevelt from right to left. Here's Benson with the inbound right wing. Fires the 3-0 there. Moore gets the rebound and dribbles up left wing to reset. Kicks it over to Ronsick right wing. She drives inside. Hands it over to Okoye to the left side of the free throw line. Back to Ronsick right wing. She readies the three. Doesn't take it. And steps to the left. Fires it this time. Nothing there. Rebounded by Sharif. They're going to call foul on OG.
Anawati.
That'll be Okoye's second foul of the game. 16 foul for the Knights. 5:16 to play in the second quarter. Knights leading 17-11.
Out of 11 Roosevelt points, 9 of them are on 3 3-pointers.
Right.
So, what did I tell you earlier? Don't give up that outside shot. and that's Roosevelt's bread and butter.
Here's Tatum Koima. Bring the ball down the court for the Rough Riders, guarded by Izzy Moore. Moves over to the left wing, starts to dribble and throws it back up top to Nielsen. 3 up, and Macy Nielsen, her second long-range shot. Completion, I should say, of the game. 6 points for her. 17-14 Knights with the lead, but here's more right wing. Long 3 up, no good. Courtney Baruth gets the rebound. Maybe a bit of pushing and shoving going on down low, and Tatum Koima is going to be called for her first foul of the game.
Big mismatch between Koima and Courtney. Courtney's going to give it all to her.
Well, it was kind of a mess because you had Koima down low, and then you had Courtney Baruth behind her, and then you had Sharif behind her, and they were all kind of fouling each other at the same time, but they were letting them play a little bit until it kind of broke apart, and Koima was the last one thrashing. The Knights will inbound left side of the lane. It's Moore. She throws it to Ronsick, top of the key. Ronsick over right wing to Benson, then down low to Baruth, right block. Double team, goes baseline. She's going to step on that out of bounds line, though. Turn it over to Roosevelt. 17-14, 4-4-4 on the board here in the second quarter. Knights with the lead.
I miss her from last year. I mean, 2 years ago she played a lot in the championship year. Last year didn't play. No, she's back. I like her intensity.
Absolutely. A hard worker.
Yes.
And a big asset. Here's Hattie Giblin. Top of the key, drives inside, stolen away by Benson. Benson going coast to coast, jumper mid lane, and good after it touches every side of that rim. 19-14 now, Knights. 4:22 to play in the second.
Benson's first points.
Here's Macy Nielsen. Left wing, the Knights playing her a little bit tighter with her 2 3-pointers. Over right wing now to Koima. She fires the 3, nothing there. Ronsick gets the rebound. She goes into transition, guarded by Giblin as she crosses half court. Over on the right wing, Giblin gets a hand on it. She's going to be called for her second foul of the game. That'd be 17th foul for the Roosevelt Rough Riders, giving OG the bonus. Be shooting 1-1 for the rest of the half until they get that, unless they get that double bonus. Excuse me.
Emma's 3 for 4 from the charity stripe so far tonight.
See if she can capitalize on her good shooting percentage. Last year, she shot about 65%, I believe, overall. Ronsick, first shot up is good. 20-14 now. OG, 4:04 on the board here in the second quarter. Reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll have our Knights halftime show, sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance field agent, Keith Dickelman. Second free throw is good for Ronsick as well, 21-14. 13 points for Emma Ronsick so far in this game. Here's Roosevelt. Almendinger pass down low inside to Ambrose. She turns around, tries to put it up. Nothing there. Rebounded by the Knights, and a wild pass from Emma Ronsick to Reagan Riley over on the left wing. Just thrown a little bit behind Riley. She couldn't quite get to it. Sails out of bounds. Rosie gets it back.
The defense that Courtney played down there. If she was going to make that, I was like going, "What? That was an act of God there." How she? But Courtney Bruch did excellent defense down there underneath in the paint.
Roosevelt inbounds. Here's Hattie Giblin, running point, crosses half court, kicks it over right wing to the hands of Reesness. Reesness, overhead pass to Ambrose, top of the key, then over left wing to Almendinger. Almendinger back up top to Giblin. Giblin drives inside, cuts into the lane, left-handed layup, but the cross shot is no good. Rebounded by Ronsick, Emma Ronsick, but it goes off her foot, rolls out of bounds, and Roosevelt gets it back. Should note, too, neither team has used a timeout in this first half.
That's going to be a factor going into the second half here.
Roosevelt inbounds right side of the lane. It goes to Giblin, right wing. She throws it down right corner. Driving inside is Ambrose, and a wild shot touches off the back. I should say the top of the backboard, goes out of bounds. The Knights get it back with 3:26 to play in the second quarter. Knights leading 21-14.
Because we had, what, three or four of these that played volleyball for the Knights?
Yes, sir. And Emma Ronsick getting mention for first team All-State in volleyball.
Courtney and Regan Riley.
Abigail Moeller, right corner, drives baseline. Nothing there. She's going to have the ball blocked by Ambrose. Roosevelt wasting no time over left wing is Almendinger. Almendinger on the dribble, throws it up top to Giblin. Giblin takes the pick, rolls right side, bounce past it. No look over to the right corner. And a long pass over to the left wing to Almendinger. Almendinger wasting some time now, throws it over right side to Giblin, trying to open up this O'Gorman defense a little bit. 12 seconds on the shot clock, though. Here's Giblin, loses the ball, picked up by Moore, goes coast to coast, right side. It is good on the layup.
Izzy's first points of the night.
And a timeout by the Roosevelt Rough Riders. 2:36 to play in this second quarter. 23-14. We'll step aside. This is O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on Real Presence Live. It's Straight Talk from 9:30 to 10 a.m. Central.
You're addressing critical Catholic issues in a fun way.
Straight Talk is your opportunity to share questions and comments on topics relating to the faith or on things happening in the world around us with our local hosts and priests.
My question is...
I have some questions about the bishop.
Very good questions.
Thanks for the guidance.
Straight Talk, 9:30 to 10 Central, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings on Real Presence Live.
Welcome back to Roosevelt High School. The O'Gorman Knights leading the Rough Riders 23-14 here in the second quarter. 2:36 to play. And Dan, so far from these O'Gorman Knights, just a lot of aggression.
A lot of aggression, that intensity. That's what we thought. The way we saw them in practice, said the intensity, and they're playing it. They haven't give up at all. They're not giving Roosevelt an inch.
Here's Roosevelt. Tariah Ambrose in the lane, floated to the basket, but misses it completely and rebounded by Courtney Baruth. We've seen a lot of that from Roosevelt, too, just kind of moving in and throwing the ball up there, not really getting set. Maybe it's defense, but we'll just kind of see. Carly Kunkel goes from right wing inside, layup in front of the basket is no good, rebounded by the Rough Riders. Over on the left wing is Almendinger. She tries to work it down to the left corner. It's tipped away, but then recovered by Macy Nielsen. Nielsen dribbles up top, throws it inside to Ambrose. Ambrose turns around over Baruth, is good, and the foul. Tariah Ambrose, 5'11", senior forward, has been working down low quite a bit, especially over top Courtney Baruth. One of the players that's getting down there and just kind of flipping the ball up toward the basket, which she did there, maybe a little bit of a lucky shot, but she has a lot of tools to work with down there. She has a good jump. I think we're going to see some more when she focuses up a little bit. But she's at the line now. First shot is no good. It's called off. It went in the basket, but she stepped over the line after the shot.
Line violation.
Before it actually went through the hoop. So no good on the shot there. Score remains 23-16. $1.55 to play in the second quarter.
Father Schulten's here now, so he's on the bench. He just got down with Mass and made it over. So
here's Kunkel, left wing for OG, dribbles up top, throws it over right corner to an unguarded Muller. She throws it down low, right corner to Ronsick. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Put back by Baruth is good.
See, we need that. Courtney needs to maintain underneath and get that rebound and that offensive rebound. And
Baruth's first points of the game, right wing. Here's Tatum Koima, long three, no good, but rebounded by Ambrose over on the right block. She flips it out right corner to Almendinger. She's going to reset over on the right wing. Bounce passes it back down right corner to Ambrose. She drives, nothing there. Kicks it up top to Almendinger. She drives, kicks it back out top to Ambrose. Ambrose steps inside, jumper from the right block, almost blocked by Baruth.
I thought she got a finger on it.
It's going to be rebounded simultaneously by Macy Nielsen and Reagan Riley as they hit the deck. They'll say jump ball and stay with Roosevelt. I think she did get a hand on it, though.
Okay, Carly comes out. Izzy comes in. Okay, here comes the freshman.
So
number 30. Hannah Ronsick's in for Regan Riley.
There we go. So we have Emma Ronsick and Hannah Ronsick. That's 31 and 30 respectively. We'll say Emma Ronsick, Hannah Ronsick, so there's no confusion there. They're actually going to flip it around and say O'Gorman ball off the jump ball. So it's going back the other way with 1:09 to play in the second quarter. Knights leading 25-16. Ronsick from left to right, crossing half court, calls over her sister Hannah Ronsick. Hannah, top of the key, kicks it over right wing to Muller. Back up top to Hannah Ronsick. Looking over left side, but throws it back right side to Muller. Long three up and good. Abigail Muller, her first points of the game with a three-pointer. Under a minute to play now, second quarter. Knights 28, Riders 16.
Abby didn't shoot. She shot 15 three-pointers last year, made one.
Almendinger, spin move cross half court, works it around the arc, gets it back over on the right wing, throws it right corner, 35 seconds to play now in this first quarter. Pass up top to Macy Nielsen. They're going to burn the clock down as much as they can to maintain possession, prevent OG from doing anything. Pass down low. It's going to be tipped out by Ronsick. They're going to say last touch, though, by Salma Sharif, and the Knights get it back with 25.1 seconds to play in this half. Baruth inbounds to Hannah Ronsick. Hannah crosses half court. At the top of the key, kicks it left wing to Moore. Hannah gets it back top of the key, looking right side, finds Muller. Muller on the dribble, throws it back up top to Ronsick. That's Hannah Ronsick. Then over right wing to Muller. 10 seconds. Down low to Amarantic, right block. She works it around, flips it up left side. No good from the left block. 3 seconds to play. Long pass down the court. Last-ditch effort from Brooke Almendinger. No good for 2. And that's your half. After one half of play, the O'Gorman Knights leading the Roosevelt Rough Riders 28-16. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have your Knights halftime show sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance field agents, Heath Dickelman. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio.
Hi, this is Mark Konzemius. In 1987, Bishop Paul Dudley and a group of business leaders started the Catholic Community Foundation for Eastern South Dakota to help raise, manage, and distribute God's gifts as determined by donors' intent. 28 years later, we continue to grow their vision and legacy of faith. Many choose the Catholic Community Foundation for their charitable giving because of our commitment to Catholic, moral, and social values. Learn more about how you can leave a legacy of faith through the Catholic Community Foundation at 605-988-3788 or visit cfesd.org.
Eide Bailey, a public accounting firm, provides taxes, accounting, assurance, and business advisory services to clients across the nation. With offices in Sioux Falls and 33 locations in 14 states, Eide Bailey is the workplace to 2,000 professionals. The firm has been serving clients for over 100 years. You can contact Eide Bailey online at eidebailey.com. Eide Bailey is a proud supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Whether you need to be fitted with eyeglasses or contact lenses, or you need a comprehensive eye exam, Barnett Vision Clinic in Sioux Falls utilizes the latest technology and treatments available. Barnett Vision Clinic offers a wide selection of eye care products, including sunwear, eyewear, and contact lenses to fit your specific eye care needs. Barnett Vision Clinic offers a same-day pay for patients without vision coverage. Their number is 605-335-7757 or online at barnettvisionclinic.com.
Do you have daily pain and discomfort that includes headaches, neck and back pain, and arm and leg numbness? Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic provides gentle adjusting, x-ray evaluation, rehabilitation, and massage therapy to treat these symptoms. Hagan Chiropractic Clinic is located on 14th and Cliff, 6 blocks north of Avera Hospital.
Hi, this is Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. Don't say ouch, call me at 361-OUCH.
Crossroads Book and Music is a local source for Catholic gifts and supplies for this Christmas season. From rosaries and medals to devotionals and Bibles, Crossroads is here with materials to help individuals give a gift with meaning that will last a lifetime. Crossroads also has a large selection of personalized gifts that make gift giving extra special. Crossroads Book and Music, 41st Street and Grange Avenue in Sioux Falls.
On Real Presence Radio, welcome to the Knights Halftime Show, sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance field agent, Heath Dickelman. With the Knights Halftime Show, here's your hosts, Michael Promes and Dan Johnson.
Welcome into the Knights Halftime Show, sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance field agent, Heath Dickelman. At half, the O'Gorman Knights leading the Roosevelt Rough Riders 28-16, Dan. And what can we say about that first half except OG and Emma Ronsick?
Oh, it's Emma sitting there 13 points, but, you know, it's all about teamwork. You know, one person can't carry the team. It's teamwork, and that's what I'm seeing. Emma's getting some good shots. You know, you're trying to double team her, but she's getting open. I like the way her and Courtney are working underneath. I like the way her and Awati are working underneath to give and go a little bit, and it's hard. But Carly's having a hard time. They're really focusing on Carly when she gets the ball. They're really they're man to man on her, and the girls got to see that and get open. I'm sure coach is going to talk about that. They had that trouble last year a little bit in the beginning of the year.
Absolutely. And Carly Kunkel, I mean, doing a good job in her own right. A 3-pointer to start off this game, and assist as well. One foul, 1 for 2 overall. in overall shooting, but not getting a ton of playing time just because she's kind of running into that adversity, and it's not working quite as well. She's a fantastic player, but sometimes different players working against different teams just works better than others. And right now, it's not so much working for Carly Kunkel, but we can say a lot about, of course, Emma Ronsick with 13 points, 3 points apiece from Awati Okoye and Carly Kunkel, and we also saw some points from Abigail Muller, a late 3 in that second quarter, Riley Benson with 2, as well as Courtney Baruth. And so first quarter, I should say, was really all Emma Ronsick, but that second quarter was more of a team effort, and I think they started to kind of piece things together.
Yeah, but again, okay, here's Roosevelt, 16 points, 4 3-pointers at 12. So 12 of the 16 have been from the outside,
right.
And that's what they can't. And Roosevelt, they're not afraid to shoot. We know that.
Right, and their points in the paint have been a lot lower than I honestly expected, but shooting 40%, those 4 3-pointers from Roosevelt, but Knights with 4 3-pointers as well, 4 for 8 there. But I think if the Knights need to focus on anything defensively, it's definitely isolate Roosevelt a little bit more inside, so they can't step out, shoot those big threes, and are forced to kind of throw those wild shots that we've been seeing.
And Awati got that call for pushing off there in the in the first quarter there underneath. So I think they really got to work. I think they're going to work on a little bit more on the inside. And like you said, what do we have? We have 9 Lady Knights played in so far in the first half. So, like you said, Coach is not afraid. But also Coach Maxwell said he'd put any single girl on his bench. He's confident, and I'm sure Coach Coldwood the same way. Any girl on that bench can come out and play at any time. And that's team effort right there.
And we've seen a lot of good plays, I think, from Roosevelt. Taraya Ambrose with 4 points, leading Rough Riders in scoring. But you saw Selma Sharif, 3 points, or 1 point for her, but then 3 points from Kayla Martinez, one of the threes. And then, of course, we have to talk about the 3-pointers from, Macy Nielsen, 2 threes for her, and she has just been lights out from the arc. So I think Roosevelt has a lot of great tools. They're just still trying to figure out how to piece them together.
But watch Coach there. He wants to pick up the tempo.
Right.
Coldwood. He wants, when they get the ball, he wants that fast breakdown. He wants to push it down the court because they can't defend that when they get down underneath. Courtney's down there, Wati's down there, Emma's down there. They can't defend that the paint when we fast break it down. So he wants to pick up that tempo a little bit. But one thing about it's going to come down to athleticism here in the second half. First game of the year, everybody's usually tired. They haven't played a full game. This is their first game. It's going to come down to legs. Watch.
You're listening to the Knights Halftime Show, sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance field agent, Heath Dickelman. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have the newest edition of Inside O'Gorman, sponsored by the Sioux Falls Catholic Schools, and we'll break down this upcoming season for the O'Gorman Lady Knights and let you know some of the other things going on at OG. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Your family is depending on you. Your family is looking to you to make sure they're safe, protected, and taken care of. Knights of Columbus Insurance offers the protection they need, whether it's term life, whole life, long-term care insurance, disability income insurance, annuities, retirement planning, estate planning, or an insurance analysis. Please call Heath Dickelman at 605-351-7978. Knights of Columbus Insurance.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers, and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
When you look to the future, is the road there inevitable? It's not. That's why O'Gorman education matters. It's where you'll grow in your faith, be challenged, celebrate, and become part of a community. These are the moments that will shape your life. This is where your path will unfold. What are you waiting for? You belong in blue.
Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness is a third-generation practice focusing on inspiring patients to take control of their personal health and the health of their families. Dr. Eric Ferendorf, a 1999 O'Gorman alum, is a proud third-generation O'Gorman Cathedral High School graduate following in the footsteps of his grandfather and uncle. Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness is located at 229 West 39th Street and can be reached at 605-334-8000.
Welcome back into the Knights halftime show, sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance field agent, Keith Dickelman. Fantastic man, by the way. Appreciate him for his sponsorship. Now it's time for Inside O'Gorman, sponsored by the Sioux Falls Catholic Schools. Their 6 elementary schools, junior high and high school, exemplify gospel values, strong student achievement, and community service. Each and every school is dedicated to the mission of forming a community of faith and learning and promoting a Catholic way of life through gospel values and academic excellence. And there's lots of stuff going on inside OG. And taking a quick look at the O'Gorman Lady Knights upcoming season, they have a slew of away games, including a game against, at North Sioux City coming up next week on the 13th. Sanford Classic is coming up as well on the 15th. But they're not even going to be playing at home until they face Sioux Falls, Washington on January 10th. Then they only have a few home games there before they're back on the road again.
It's going to be a long road trip here for the first month.
Absolutely. And so we'll see how they face that adversity, because playing away from home is not always easy. There's also a lot of other things going on inside OG, especially the children's play that's coming up very soon. The Princess and the Pea.
Started tonight.
That's right, the children's show. Our doctor is going to that, so that's always kind of fun. But play tonight at 7 p.m. It's already going on. If you're listening, you're too late. But Saturday, a matinee at 2 p.m. and then a night show at 7 p.m. Sunday. They have a showing at 2 p.m. as well. General admission seating, adults are $6, high school students $5, children are $4. Always a good time. I was in the children's play when I was at OG, and it's a boatload of fun. The high school students love it, and the families always love it too.
Well, when you got Nelson and Fester and all them involved with it, you can't get any better than that.
Absolutely not. Some fantastic
The arts at O'Gorman are fabulous.
So be sure to get to that. And one other thing we should bring up, and we'll talk about a little bit tomorrow at the boys' game, but Canyon Bowers just recently named to the Gatorade Player of the Year for football in the state of South Dakota. So that's what's going on inside OG, again sponsored by Sioux Falls Catholic Schools, and this has been the Knights halftime show, sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance field agent, Keith Dickelman. Start of the third quarter, Roosevelt, will start things off, but the Knights are leading 28-16 as we start this third quarter. Roosevelt will move from left to right, to O'Gorman from right to left. And here's Brooke Allmendinger, right wing. She'll throw it up to Ambrose. She'll drive the lane to the basket. No good on the shot, but she'll draw the foul on Awati Okoye. And that'll be her third of the game. Okoye just kind of standing there thinking, I don't know about that.
So I wonder what Maxwell was going to do at halftime.
Yes.
He's going to push it. That's 4 on her now? I missed one.
Oh, that was on Abigail Moeller.
Okay.
Excuse me. That's why Okoye looks so bewildered.
Okay.
First foul was on that was the first foul on Abigail Moeller. The first of the half for OG. First shot by Ambrose is good. That's 3 points for her now. Knights lead again 28-17 pending this shot. Ambrose shot up is good. Make that 28-18 in the first 30 seconds of this third quarter. OG moving from right to left in their away blue jerseys. Roosevelt in the whites. Here is Emma Ronsick, left wing. Throws it down to Okoye, left block. Gets it tipped away, but is able to flip it over to Moeller on the left corner. Moeller works it up top to Ronsick. Throws it down low, trying to find Carly Kunkel on the right block. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. 20 seconds on the shot clock, and Knights will inbound right side of the lane.
Because Maxwell's got to defend that paint. I'm sure that's what he worked on.
Kunkel inbounds to an unguarded Moeller, left corner. She dribbles inside to the basket. Right-handed layup. Too much power on it. Rebounded by Roosevelt.
Nice look, though.
Absolutely, a great look.
She had to take it.
Allmendinger down the right side of the floor, sets up on the right wing, looking inside. A good pick on Ronsick, Emma Ronsick, that is. Allmendinger tries to bounce pass it down the baseline, but nobody's there. Rolls out of bounds, and the Knights get it back.
They gave him too much baseline there. Did you see that?
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, come on.
If it weren't for a bad pass, it would have been an easy point for Brooke Allmendinger down there.
Yep.
By the way, in for OG, Kunkel, Ronsick, Benson. That's Emma Ronsick, Okoye, and Muller. Here's Kunkel, top of the key, long three out the front of the rim, no good. Right into the hands of Ronsick, though, on the rebound. She tries to put it back up, but a foul called on the shot in mid-lane.
Looked like she was stuck right there, so she just threw it up. That's heads-up basketball.
Absolutely.
I mean, that tells you there the player that she is.
And, coaches will always tell you that, don't go to the basket anticipating a foul.
Yep.
But if you know you can get them to foul you, then go ahead and make that work. But your first idea should be making the basket. Ronsick's first free throw is good. That's 14 points for the young lady on the night. No fouls for her either. 29-18 pending this next shot. Ronsick dribbles the ball a couple times, spins it, fires it up. It's good. Make that 30-18 with 6:47 to play in this third quarter at Roosevelt High School. Down the right side of the floor, number 23, Kayla Martinez. She's going to keep it at the top of the key, kick it over left wing to Macy Nielsen. She'll move up, then back over left wing on the dribble, hands it over at the left corner to Almendinger. She drives in, backs off up top of the key, and kicks it over left wing to Ambrose. Ambrose to the basket, travels, took 4 steps, nothing called. It's kicked up right wing to Martinez, and she hits the three. Big miss call there, Dan.
I saw that.
I saw that too.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I know my glasses aren't the perfect prescription, but
I got trifocals.
Ronsick from the left wing fires it to Okoye down low. She's not able to put it in, and Benson's going to be called on the foul as Ambrose rebounds the shot. 30-21, 6:08 to play in the third. Knights with the lead.
Excuse me, Wanty had that easy over the hook, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hook kind of type, and she missed it.
A little space hook shot.
Yeah, a little space hook, yeah. That was way before your day.
Yeah, I wasn't probably alive. Martinez, left wing, dribbles up top. Down low to Ambrose, left block. No good on the shot, but draws the foul. That one should be on Okoye. Okoye not liking it, but Ambrose will go to the line to shoot 2. She's 2 for 2 so far tonight. Second time at the line. Tariah Ambrose, a 5'11 senior forward, working down low. A lot for Roosevelt. A wild shot off the back iron, and she stepped over the line, so it wouldn't have counted anyway.
Look at that arch.
Yeah, big arch.
Oh.
Courtney Bruth checks in. Okoye will take a seat. Courtney Bruth, a 6-foot senior center.
Is that what they teach out in Wyoming? Does it shoot it that high like that?
Second shot by Ambrose is good.
I got to give Mike's wife a little stat.
Yeah, she's from Wyoming.
Yeah.
Sometimes they shoot the ball weird. What? And I'm sleeping on the couch. Over on the right wing is Riley Benson. She's going to kick it up top to Courtney Bruth. Down low to Ronsick. She flips it up. No good, but draws the foul.
Nice play. Nice play.
That should be called on Macy Nielsen. That'll be her first of the game. And the second team foul for Roosevelt in this half. 3 for OG, 2 for Roosevelt. Knights leading 30-22 with 5:44 to play. Make that 31-22 as Ronsick hits her first. Izzy Moore checks in for OG. Abigail Muller putting in some good time, but taking a seat here. Ambrose will also step out for Roosevelt, and checking in is Salma Sharif, the 6'4 sophomore center. Second shot by Ronsick is no good, but Sharif lost her knee brace there. It's on the floor. Letting him play, though. Here's Martinez, top of the key. Nice behind the back dribble. Throws it to Sharif, right block. Flips it up, no good, and rebounded by Ronsick. Ronsick over on the right wing, bounce, passes it down right corner to Kunkel, then down right block into the hands of Baruth. She's going to be, they're going to say jump ball as Tatum Koima tries to wrestle the ball away, I should say, from Courtney Baruth. Thought maybe they're going to call foul on that because she kind of went over the back of Baruth a bit there.
Yep.
We got the brace off the floor, and there it goes. 5:19 to play in the third quarter, 31-22 Knights with the lead. Jump ball goes in favor of Roosevelt. Officials waiting for the call, pointing towards Roosevelt's side. No, they're going to give this one to O'Gorman. Head coach Kent Colzer was talking to the officials a little bit and pleading his case, and it looks like they got the sides mixed up for the second time tonight, so the Knights will keep it on their floor. On their side of the floor, excuse me. Inbound goes to Moore, right wing, fires a three and gets it.
Izzy.
34-22, 5:12 to play in this third quarter. Over on right wing, though, is Martinez for Roosevelt. She's going to drive to the basket, flips it up, no good, and rebounded by Carly Kunkel. She's going to clear it with Emma Ronsick, then to Moore at the left wing. Moore inside to Kunkel. She looks to the basket, but a foul is going to be called on Roosevelt. That'll be number 1, Maya Rogenbuck, the 5'3 junior guard, her first.
there's that fast pace that he wants. See that? That's what he wants, and that's what they could run on these gals all night. The tempo, get that tempo going, and we'd be.
And that's the thing.
Fine.
They have athletes. They have players that can play at that speed. But it's early in the season. They'll get there, and eventually they're going to be dangerous.
Yes. Yes.
So Moore will inbound right side of the lane on the baseline with a fresh shot clock. Looking left, looking right, eventually finds Benson on the left corner. Benson dribbles inside, fires it to Reagan Riley, just barely snatched it out of the air over on the right wing. She dribbles a couple times, finds Benson top the key, then to Moore left wing. Inside to Ronsick, left block, flips it back out to Riley on the right wing. Riley dribbles once, kicks it up top to Benson. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense by Roosevelt here in the zone. Over right side, Riley. Inside to Emma. Over left corner to Moore, She goes baseline and tries to bounce it back out, but it's going to be stolen away by Martinez. In transition, she moves over to the left wing, kicks it up top to Nielsen, then over to the right corner to Allmendinger. She tries to work it down low to Sharif. Sharif at the left block, nothing there, kicks it out to Allmendinger. She drives, then pass over left side, long three, up and no good. Benson jumps up for the ball, but Sharif will be called for over the back on the rebound.
I like that Sharif and Baruth matchup when they're down underneath.
Sharif, a big gal, 6'4", and a lot of muscle on that body.
Yeah.
But Baruth is holding her own down there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Here's Sharif is going out, but it's fun to watch him too.
And I think the difference is that Sharif doesn't have a whole lot of hops. Baruth does.
Yes.
We didn't see that from her a couple years ago, but she's gotten a lot more athletic.
She was a sophomore.
Yeah, absolutely. 34-22, Knights leading halfway through this third quarter. Benson top the key, finds more left wing, long three, up off the back iron, no good. Benson tries to get her hands on it, gets tangled up with Hattie Giblin. They're going to say jump ball, and this will go to Roosevelt.
And who's on the floor?
Benson.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, we got to give a shout out to her grandpa and Margaret out in Indiana. Gramps and Margaret in Indiana. I'm sure you're listening and watching on RPR. We thank you.
Roosevelt will inbound. Here's Martinez. Crossing half court, hands it over to Allmendinger, right wing. Allmendinger up top to Nielsen. She looks to the basket, fires it back right wing into the hands of Martinez. She works it inside to Ambrose, then back out left wing, this time to Giblin. Giblin hands it up top to Nielsen. She's looking at the basket, nothing there. Rotates it around the arc to the right corner to Allmendinger. She goes baseline, bounce passes it to the left corner, then up to the left wing. Nielsen, 10 seconds on the shot clock, fires a three, no good, and rebounded by Ronsick. Ronsick down the right side of the floor, reverses to the middle of the floor, into the lane now, kicks it out to Riley left wing. She fires a three, it's up and good! Reagan Riley, her first points of the game. The Knights now with 6 3-pointers on the night, 37-22 and 3:15 to play in this third quarter. Timeout on the floor. We will step aside. This is O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Fairtex Inc. is a locally owned and operated tax and bookkeeping company serving Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. We prepare tax returns for individuals and businesses and provide a range of financial services for small businesses. Fairtex Inc. is located at 1727 South Cleveland Avenue and can be reached at 605-336-1669 and online at fairtaxinc.com. Member NATP and NAEA.
Pregnant. One word, many emotions. Catholic Family Services provides free and confidential counseling to birth parents regardless of faith or ethnic origin. The birth parents will receive information and resources to help make the right decision for them. To inquire about the process, speak with the pregnancy counselor, or schedule an appointment, call Catholic Family Services at 605-988-3775 or email cfs@sfcatholic.org.
Welcome back to Roosevelt High School. O'Gorman Knights leading Roosevelt 39-22 with 3:13 to play in the third quarter. And Dan, before we went to break, I apologize. I missed something. On the inbound by Roosevelt, Izzy Moore stole the ball and scored 2 more points off the layup, giving the Knights the 17-point lead now. But Roosevelt got it back, and another steal on the Roosevelt side of the floor. Emma Ronsick getting the ball, and the Knights are starting to control this offensive game.
That's where Maxwell called the timeout quick.
Right. Here's Izzy Moore, top of the key. Coming off of the steal and the score, throws it over left corner, trying to find Ronsick. It's going to be tipped out of bounds, though. The Knights will keep it with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Coming back into this game for Roosevelt is Mackenzie Reesness, and stepping out is Macy Nielsen. And by the way, that's 7 points now for Izzy Moore, 5'7" sophomore guard. Knights inbound, rotated around the arc. Here's Moore top the key, hands it over to Ronsick. Ronsick holding the ball over her head, kicks it to Reagan Riley, left corner. She throws it down low to Baruth. Nice spin move, no good on the front layup though. And Dan just pulled a bunch of cords out the back of the Comrex.
That was gonna go. I was like, that was sweet.
Do a quick check here of everything, Daniel. And in the meantime, the ball went out of bounds to Roosevelt.
That was sweet.
We need to get you a longer cord.
Yes.
You're going to be swinging your arms like that, Mr. Johnson. Okay, if we lost you folks, we apologize. Then again, you probably couldn't hear us anyway, but if you can hear us, good. You're in the right place. By the way, let's take a moment just to pause for station identification. This is O'Gorman Knights Football, Real Presence Radio.
You're listening to the RPR Network. FM 94.5, KGWD Sioux Falls, and FM 91.3, KSTJ Hartford. Real Presence Radio, your family of faith and hope.
Roosevelt not able to put in the jumper from mid-lane. The Knights get it back. Long pass from Kunkel, left corner, to Ronsick, right corner. She drives in, hands it over to Baruth in the middle of the lane, and she's able to drain it 4-2, 41-22. Knights with the lead, under 2 to play in this third quarter. Here's Roosevelt back on their side of the floor, moving from left to right. Allmendinger throws it over right corner into the hands of Martinez. Martinez inside to Ambrose. Right block, crazy shot, no good, but there's Baruth to rebound it. But just like that, Martinez steals the ball away to the basket. She's going to be fouled with the right-handed layup, and that's Courtney Baruth on her second.
I was going to comment right before that she did that. It was like she shot the ball, and there was no other white jerseys around. Everybody else was back already.
Right.
And so there was no offensive rebounding there, and that's where... And then Courtney fouls, and she scores, so it's really...
And good on Kayla Martinez, a 5'7" freshman guard, on being aggressive, staying put, and playing some defense. And now it's earned her 2 points and possibly 3 as Roosevelt will rotate in a few new players. Macy Nielsen coming back in, as is Hattie Giblin. Shot is up and good by Macy Nielsen. Turned it into a 3-point play. Score 41-25 OG, 1:33 to play in the third quarter. Top of the key, Carly Kunkel kicks it over right side to Abigail Muller. Muller over right corner to Kunkel. Cross court, left wing to Ronsick. Ronsick inside to Okoye. She finds Baruth on the right block. She turns around, but she's going to be called for a travel. Changed her pivot foot there in the middle of the lane. Roosevelt gets it back.
She'll be working on that one this week.
Absolutely.
We're going to see that a lot this year.
We'll see that in film,
yep.
I'm sure. Minute 15 to play in this third quarter. Roosevelt. And here's Martinez over on the right side. Flips it over left wing to Giblin. Giblin at the top of the key. Hands it over to Nielsen. Nielsen hands it back over to Martinez, all at the top of the key. Looking right side, begins to dribble. Kicks it right corner into the hands of Koima. Koima up top to Nielsen. Dribbles inside, back right side to Koima. Koima on the dribble. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Needs to do something. Guarded by Ronsick. Kicks it over right corner to Giblin. Giblin to the baseline. 3 seconds now. Flips it out, but she's going to be fouled on the floor. Giblin just before she flipped it away. Fouled. I apologize. Missed the number. That's going to be Courtney Baruth. Her third of the game. Now 16 foul for OG. A fresh shot clock for the Rough Riders as Baruth, Muller, and Kunkel step off. We have Benson, Moore, and Riley back on the floor for OG. Long inbounds to the left side of the lane, up top to Nielsen. She'll hand it off to Martinez. Martinez dribbling at the left wing. Fires a long 3 up, no good, but a good rebound there by Macy Nielsen. She kicks it up top, long 3 from Koima is good! 41-28 and 11 points for Tatum Koima. Under 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Shot clock has been turned off. Top of the key, Benson, Reagan Riley, right wing. Cross court now, left wing to Ronsick. She loses the ball, picked up by Benson. She drives the lane. She's going to be fouled on the approach.
Yeah, you can't give them the second chance like that down there. That's the key right there. When they hit that 3, it kind of shifts momentum a little bit. Even though we're up 41-28, kind of give that momentum. And when you're in the not in your home court, that has a little effect here.
And right now, Roosevelt winning the rebound battle, especially defensively, which means that O'Gorman's offensive rebounds they'll need to be worked on a little bit. We'll say that. 15 seconds to play in this third quarter. Moore inbounds it to Ronsick, left side of the lane. She begins to dribble, steps up to the free throw line. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Touched by OG as it rolls out of bounds, but they're going to say it was last touched by Roosevelt. Knights keep it.
Martinez
not liking that. Koima not liking that. I can totally understand.
Okay, 9.9 to go in the third quarter here.
Izzy Moore inbounds left side of the lane. Moore inbounds to Okoye. Left side of the lane. She moves around. 7 seconds to the basket. Right-handed layup. No good. Benson tries to jump in for a rebound, but she's going to be called for a push with 4.9 seconds to play in the third. That'll be Benson's second foul of the game. 17th foul for OG.
Okay, they got to beat.
Since it was a an offensive foul.
So she'll be shooting now.
Yeah, she'll be shooting 1 and 1. We'll see who's going to be at the line. Looks like they're going to allow Tatum Koima to shoot some shots.
You know, Roosevelt's played 12 gals tonight. 12. And that's what Coach Maxwell said. Remember that in his pregame? That he would play anybody, and he has.
Absolutely.
And that's, you know.
Koima's first shot, nothing but net. She'll get a second.
So, but they have to be, I think, like the Knights not give up a little bit, but they got to keep that focus. They lost their focus here a little bit in the last couple of minutes.
Koima's second shot is good. 41-30, under 5 seconds to play in this third quarter. Knights with the lead.
Roosevelt's gradually coming back into it. We're up by 18, 19 there a little bit, and now all of a sudden they're coming back, so they got to.
Reagan Riley inbounds to Izzy Moore. Heavy press from Roosevelt, but Moore is able to cross half court. Finds Reagan Riley right wing. She can't get the shot away, and after 3 quarters of play, the Knights lead Roosevelt 41-30. We'll step aside. This is O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Eide Bailey, a public accounting firm, provides taxes, accounting, assurance, and business advisory services to clients across the nation. With offices in Sioux Falls and 33 locations in 14 states, Eide Bailey is the workplace to 2,000 professionals. The firm has been serving clients for over 100 years. You can contact Eide Bailey online at eidebailey.com. Eide Bailey is a proud supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls has something for everyone. They offer a buffet featuring pizza and chicken. Pizza Ranch has daily specials as well as 5 party rooms and a dining area. You can also order online and they'll bring the experience to you. Pizza Ranch is located across from O'Gorman High School on 41st Street and can be contacted by calling 271-8646. Pizza Ranch is a strong supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Welcome back to Roosevelt High School. Start of the fourth quarter, O'Gorman Knights leading the Rough Riders 41-30 in AA girls basketball. Been a good game so far for OG, but Roosevelt's coming back. The Knights need to be careful in this fourth quarter if they want to win this thing.
Yeah, O'Gorman has all 5 of their timeouts left. Roosevelt has 3. So it's going to come in here in the fourth quarter.
Roosevelt does have the double bonus as the O'Gorman Knights will start this quarter. Top the key, Reagan Riley kicks it down to Moore, left corner. Moore on the dribble, throws it to Okoye down low. Okoye got away with the travel there, but the ball's going to be stolen away as she tries to give it to Moore. It's Martinez, coast-to-coast jumper up and good. 41-32. Roosevelt breaks away from the double-digit lead that the Knights have held on to since the first quarter. Brings it within 9. Izzy Moore, top the key for the Knights. Finds Reagan Riley right wing. Cross court to Ronsick left wing. Ronsick down low to Okoye. Tipped away out of bounds. And this will go to Roosevelt. Last touch by Okoye.
So I think they're getting a little bit, okay, here comes 3 in. Abigail Muller, Courtney Bruth, and Carly Kunkel in for the Knights. So I wonder if they're getting a little bit tired.
I could see that. And it's starting to show in their play a little bit, especially defensively.
Yeah.
So here is Martinez for Roosevelt. We were talking a bit off air, Dan. Roosevelt has played 12 players so far in this game. A lot of depth and keeping those legs maybe a little fresher than OG. Roosevelt rotates the ball around the arc. Martinez gets it back left wing, fires the three. No good there, but there's Ambrose to get the rebound. She's going to kick it back up top, then over left corner to Allmendinger. Allmendinger to Martinez, left wing, looking to the basket. Some fancy dribbling, takes the pick, throws it right wing to Nielsen. Nielsen in the lane, throws it to Martinez, left wing. Three up, off the front of the rim, no good. Ambrose gets the hand on it, but Kunkel gets the rebound.
You got to help her.
Kunkel trying to get rid of it, and the Knights are forced to burn a timeout with 6:37 to play in the fourth quarter. Knights leading 41-32. We'll step aside. This is O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Providence Financial is committed to protecting what matters most to you, your family, and your future. Mark Promis, a trusted choice independent insurance agent with Providence Financial in Sioux Falls, does not work for any one insurance company. He works for you. Mark provides coverage for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. And he can customize policies for you. To make an appointment with Mark, you can call 605-376-3227, or you can visit him at 3208 East 26th Street.
Hi there, Ryan here from Mini Critters. Mini Critters has been a locally owned stop for all pets' needs to keep them happy and healthy. With all the pet food choices available, finding the right dog or cat food can be a challenge. But no worries. We can be reached at 605-361-0006 and let our staff help find the perfect food for any dog or cat. Mini Critters has food, treats, toys, and more. Mini Critters, your friends, your family.
We resume play here at Roosevelt High School. O'Gorman Knights leading Roosevelt 41-32, the closest it's been since the first quarter of play. And the Knights with the ball. Here's Courtney Baruth, top the key, kicks it over to Moeller, right corner. She fires the three and got it. And Dan, she's already topped the three-point shooting from last year.
Thank you.
She was 1 for 11 last year, and now is 2 for 2.
Yep.
Not a bad way to start your season, Miss Muller. Here's Roosevelt, though, over right corner. Tatum Koima, kicks it up top to Martinez. Back right corner, this time to Nielsen. She tries to go baseline, loses the ball, recovers. Throws it to Martinez, top the key. Martinez dribbles behind her back. Throws it right corner to a wide open Nielsen. Three up and good! 44-35. Knights still with the lead, but Roosevelt responding with the three. Here's Benson, left wing, finds Baruth down low. Left-handed layup is good. Like that, 46-35.
That looked too easy.
And that's how it should be for
right.
Courtney Baruth.
Yeah.
Looked fantastic. That's exactly what she needs to do every time. Top of the key, Martinez dribbles over right wing, bounce pass down low, it rolls out of bounds. By the way, we have to give a special shout-out to one of our viewers on our YouTube stream, Stacy Bommersbach. I apologize, Stacy, if I'm saying that incorrectly. From Michigan, the sister of one Kent Colesrud for the O'Gorman Knights. Thanks for listening. And I wonder what he was like growing up, because he's a lovely man now. Intense coach, a good man.
I'm not going there.
Martinez, right wing, steps in, jumper from the lane, no good, and rebounded by OG. Benson will draw the foul off Martinez in transition. That'll be her fourth foul of the game.
See, the Knights cannot foul. I mean, that was a Roosevelt foul, but again, they're in double bonus.
Right.
So Knights, that's one thing against
single
us.
Bonus.
Single bonus.
Single bonus.
So that's against us with 5:19 to go here in the ballgame.
Roosevelt with 6 fouls themselves. Here's Muller over on the right wing. Dribbles a bit, throws it to Benson, top of the key, then back to Muller, right wing. Back up top to Benson. A whistle on the floor, and a 3-second violation is going to be called on Courtney Baruth. Standing in that lane just a little bit too long.
You got to keep moving in there.
5:09 to play in this fourth quarter. Knights leading 46-35 here at Roosevelt High School. Hattie Giblin, running point. Crosses half court. By the way, should mention that Kayla Martinez did step out for Hattie Giblin with 4 fouls. Here's Giblin, top the key after she checked it right wing. Dribbles over to the left wing now, motioning, calling for a pick, gets the pick, dribbles, and then throws it over right wing to Reesness. Reesness down right corner to Allmendinger. Back up top to Reesness. Back right wing to Allmendinger. Allmendinger on the dribble. Up top to Koima. She fires the three. It's wild, but doesn't fall in. Rebounded, though, by Roosevelt, and here's Koima top the key. Finds Allmendinger, right wing. She drives, right block, good on the layup, and draws the foul.
On Courtney. Took it right to her.
That'll be Baruth's 4th foul of the game. Now 18 fouls for the Knights. 4:34 to play in the fourth quarter. Reagan Riley steps in. Izzy Moore steps in as well. Moeller and Benson step out. Okoye comes back in. And Baruth steps out as well.
Riley, Kunkel, Moore, Awati, and Emma.
Allmendinger makes it a three-point play with a completed free throw. That's 3 points for her. Her first points of the game. She's been playing a lot, though. 46-38, Knights still with the lead. Roosevelt in pursuit, though. Here is Reagan Riley, left corner. Throws it cross court to Moore on the right corner. She dribbles up to the right wing. Back left wing, this time to Ronsick. Ronsick back to Moore, same spot. Moore dribbles, looking inside. Throws it to Kunkel, top of the key. 15 seconds on the shot clock. To Moore, right side. Down low to Okoye, right block. Trying to do something over top of Sharif. Has the ball blocked, gets it back. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Okoye dribbles, and she is going to be fouled as she tried to head to the basket. And I don't know about that one because Okoye looked like she might have charged.
Okay, look at the size of her. I mean, okay, that was
Macy Nielsen. That'll be her second foul of the game. 17th foul now for the Riders. Gives the Knights the bonus.
5-7. Waukee just turned around and went up to the basket. I mean, I think that's a good call.
Nonetheless,
she wasn't set.
Right, and that's the question. There were a couple players in the way, so I'm not for sure. I'll take the word of the stripes on the court.
On this call.
On this one. Okoye, first shot on the 1-on-1 is good. She'll get a second. And Awati Okoye, 16 points for her. Excuse me. Oh, I apologize. That should be 8 points for Okoye. Haven't updated the scoreboard yet. My apologies. Okoye's second shot, no good, but Kunkel gets a hand on the rebound. No, it's going to be taken away by Roosevelt. Tatum Koima there to scoop it back up.
We needed that.
Koima down the right side of the court. Dribbles, burning some time down. Halfway through this fourth quarter, rotates around the arc to the left corner to to Giblin. She drives inside, kicks it cross half court, and they're going to be called for over and back. Tatum Koima chased it down, and just a bad pass there by Hattie Giblin is all.
You see that pick that Sharif gave on Carly? Like a
brick wall.
Thank you. I didn't want to say
you
that.
Can say that. She's 6'4". I think we can definitely say that.
And here's Carly 5'4". It was like,
Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for just a moment. This is O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio.
Hi, this is Brett Byler, Area Account Executive with Real Presence Radio. Have you ever thought about sponsoring programming on RPR? We want to partner with your business in keeping the call to a new evangelization alive throughout the Upper Midwest. Underwriting on this station shows you are a leader in supporting this ministry and promotes your business in front of a very faithful customer base. To find out more about your options, please call me, Brett Byler, at 605-670-8333.
Welcome back to Roosevelt High School. 47-38, Knights with the lead. 3:40 to play in this fourth quarter. Both teams with the single bonus, Knights with 8 fouls, Riders with 7. And the Knights with the ball. Here's Carly Kunkel, top of the key. She's going to kick it right wing to Izzy Moore, then back up top to Reagan Riley. Riley inside to Ronsick. Ronsick takes a dribble and throws it left corner to Kunkel. 3 up and good. Carly Kunkel. Make that 6 points for her and extend the Knights' lead back to double digits, 49-38.
I like it how the second half, Emma kind of went a little cold and how the other team was picked up. That's teamwork.
Over on the right wing for the Rough Riders, Allmendinger. She's going to kick it over the left wing. Long 3 up and no good. Rebounded by Reagan Riley. That was Kayla Martinez on the shot. Back in with 4 fouls, should mention. Reagan Riley going to be called for the travel as she crosses half court. She kind of slid as she went to throw the ball. Head coach Kent Krolzer not liking that call.
He's asking for an explanation.
Officials double-checking some things, some stuff, some Roosevelt substitutions coming in. Taking a seat is Hattie Giblin. And coming in is Ambrose back into the game, Tariah Ambrose. Roosevelt inbounds, little pressure from OG. Here's Martinez, left wing, guarded by Reagan Riley, but a pick comes in. Martinez, top of the key, another pick. Still dribbling Trying to find something open. Finds Ambrose left wing. Hands it back to Martinez. Top of the key. Martinez looking inside. Drives. Has the ball stripped out of her hands, but gets it back. Kicks it left corner. Pass up top to Ambrose. She drives inside. Throws it right wing to Allmendinger. 3 up and no good with 6 seconds on the shot clock, but rebounded by Macy Nielsen. Nielsen up top. Hands it to Martinez. She drives. No good on the right-handed layup and rebounded by Awati Okoye.
Oh, she wanted to push it down, but it wasn't there for her. The lanes weren't there.
Carly Kunkel with 2:18 to play in this fourth quarter. Knights leading 50-38 at the top of the key. It's Reagan Riley now over on the right wing. She throws it cross court to Moore, and then they rotate it back around to Reagan Riley right wing. Riley up top to Kunkel. She looks, fires the 3. No good off the right side of the rim. Rebounded by Ronsick. Put back and good.
See how she stepped over her?
She kind of stood there and flipped it up with her fingertips. First points for Emma Ronsick in this fourth quarter. Now 18 points on the night. Here's Ambrose in the middle of the lane. Nowhere to go. Kicks it to Martinez right wing. 3 up. No good. And rebounded by Okoye. No, it's going to be swatted out of her hands by Ambrose and roll out of bounds. But the Knights get it back.
I thought it touched the top of their basket there.
I kind of thought that as well, but not so much. Timeout on the floor. 1:46 to play in the fourth quarter. Knights lead 52-38. We'll step aside. This is O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Need repairs on gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors? Sioux Equipment Company can help. They serve Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. Sioux Equipment Company also offers services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment. Sioux Equipment Company at 605-334-1653 is a supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Morgan Stanley values long-term relationships with its clients. I'm Thad Barnes, financial advisor with the Barnes DeMore Group of Morgan Stanley's Sioux Falls office. Andy DeMore and myself know that building relationships begin with getting to know each client. We can create personal investment strategies to help meet retirement, education, and other financial needs.
Thad and Andy can be reached at 338-6500. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC.
Welcome back to Roosevelt High School. Gorman Knights leading 52-38 in AA girls basketball. $1.46 to play in this fourth quarter, Dan, and the Knights are hanging in there, but Roosevelt's giving them a run for their money.
Oh, yes, they are. Up by 14 here with a minute 46 to go. The way Roosevelt's been shooting the ball, it's not over yet.
Izzy Moore to inbound. A bit of a delay here. So as they're talking to Awati Okoye, saying that maybe she didn't check in. Awati Okoye looking back at the bench. Coach is trying to get an explanation. Awati Okoye asking if she had checked in. And the officials are trying to give an explanation. The O'Gorman bench is smiling. And O'Gorman is saying she doesn't need to check in because she was in the game before the timeout. So, waiting for an explanation here. The officials.
She was.
Talking to the bench. And so, we're playing basketball. Okay, here we go.
I wonder what that was.
Izzy Moore. I think they thought she needed to check in, but she didn't. Nonetheless, Izzy Moore inbounds to Kunkel. Kunkel gives it back to Izzy Moore. She crosses half court and hands it off to Kunkel, top of the key. $1.35 to play. The Knights are just going to try to burn this clock down. Roosevelt's going to start playing aggressive. We might start seeing some fouls.
Yep.
Here's Izzy Moore down to the right corner, and she's going to be fouled. Now remember, Izzy Moore is by far the best free throw shooter on this O'Gorman squad. And they're trying to get the free throw percentage here from last year. 72% free throw shooting. 21 for 29 last year. And didn't shoot as many as Riley Benson, but percentage-wise, she is probably their best free throw shooter. She's going to go to the line and shoot 1-and-1 as Roosevelt picks up their 8th foul of the game. That foul was on number 21, Macy Nielsen, her 3rd. First shot is good by Izzy Moore. Remember, Moore was a freshman last year.
Yep.
Sophomore this year, 5'7" sophomore. Developed a lot, grew a couple inches as well. It only helps. Moore dribbles the ball a couple times, spins it once, dribbles a couple times more, fires it up over the rim, but dribbles out. It's rebounded by Roosevelt. Last touch by the Rough Riders as it rolls out of bounds, though. Costly mistake there by Macy Nielsen, and the Knights get a fresh shot clock on their own baseline.
Carly Kunkel will bring it in for the Knights.
$1.26 to play here in this fourth quarter. Inbound goes to Moore in the lane, and no good on the layup. Off the foot of Benson, and they're going to call a jump ball as Okoye tried to wrestle the ball away from Tatum Koima.
I like that. Hey, we got to give a shout out. We have to thank you folks for sponsoring. There's been a lot of thank yous sent to RPR from football and everything, and I want to just personally thank the donors that have given to RPR to O'Gorman Sports, for the football and for the basketball. Without you, we wouldn't be doing this.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
I know there's been a lot of families that have donated in the last couple of months since football was over, and so I just want to, for Mike and I and Brett, we want to personally thank you. And without you, we wouldn't be here. So God bless you.
Roosevelt working the ball around. Stepping inside is Hattie Giblin, kicks it back out, and then over right wing in the hands of Macy Nielsen. No good on the long three. Rebounded by the Knights. Under a minute to play here in the fourth quarter. Carly Kunkel at the top of the key. Bounce passes it inside to Emma Ronsick. Ronsick holding the ball, hands it back to Carly Kunkel over on the right wing. Kunkel inside to Okoye. Layup, no good, but Benson comes in to pull it away. They're going to say jump ball, she gets tangled up. And going back on that, Dan, some generous support, some great support, and the great part about that is when you donate to the sports programming here on Real Presence Radio, we turn it around, try to improve our broadcast. That means, getting better cameras and computers and all that, which, believe it or not,
longer cords
is expensive. Longer cords, so Dan doesn't yank them out of the Comrex and all that kind of stuff. So we appreciate it, and we just turn it around to make these things better because we love doing this, and we put a lot of time and effort and are away from our families and all that to bring you these games. So
Mike and I are both, we volunteer doing this.
Absolutely.
So this is because I believe in Sioux Falls Catholic school system. So
likewise.
I have you graduate there. I have one graduate, two left in the Catholic school system and O'Gorman. So anything we can do for the church.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about, right? For the greater glory. Here's the inbound by OG. Carly Kunkel, left wing, throws it down to Emma Ronsick. She can't do anything with it as it falls short. Rebounded by Benson, though. I think she was wanting a foul there. Probably should have got it, but 27 seconds left to play, and the Knights are up by 15.
Should have got it.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But a foul is called on Riley Benson as she tried to put it back. She'll step up the line to shoot two. First shot is no good. Her first time at the line tonight. She has 2 points, 2 fouls. Riley Benson, a 5'8" senior forward. Second shot, up and off the back iron. No good there as well. Tatum Koima getting the rebound. 25 seconds for Roosevelt to put some more points on the board. Hands it over to Kayla Martinez. Martinez, top of the key, drives right, jumper right side of the lane is good. Nothing but net. Kayla Martinez, 10 points in this game tonight. Amaranza gets the ball, crosses half court with 5 seconds on the clock. She's just going to dribble this one away as the O'Gorman Knights pick up their first win of the season and start things off 1-0 as they defeat the Roosevelt Rough Riders 53-40. Well, step aside. When we come back, we'll have the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagen with Hagen Chiropractic Clinic. We'll break down this game, get you some stats, and hopefully hear from O'Gorman head coach Kent Colzer. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Big Rig Barbecue brings a Texas-style barbecue to South Dakota. They use a real wood smoker for all their meats every single day. Big Rig Barbecue serves sliced brisket, pulled pork, chicken, and ribs. They offer pre-orders for smaller events and gatherings and cater for large events including parties, meetings, and graduations. Big Rig Barbecue's new sit-down location is on the corner of 41st and Minnesota. Their website, bigrigbbbq.net.
Financial Benefits Company helps individuals and small businesses prepare for retirement. Financial Benefits Company's philosophy is safe principal, positive return. You can reach John Fritsch at 605-334-8086 and on the web at fbcjf.com. Financial Benefits Company is a proud sponsor of Catholic Radio.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on Real Presence Live, it's Straight Talk from 9:30 to 10 a.m. Central.
You're addressing critical Catholic issues in a fun way.
Straight Talk is your opportunity to share questions and comments on topics relating to the faith or on things happening in the world around us with our local hosts and priests.
My question is...
I have some questions about the bishop.
Very good questions.
Thanks for the guidance.
Straight Talk, 9:30 to 10 Central, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings on Real Presence Live.
Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get the value from their businesses. With multi-certified valuation and mergers and acquisition advisors, they understand the complexities of valuations and negotiating in the mergers and acquisitions marketplace. For more information, you can contact Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lakes.
On Real Presence Radio, welcome to the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. For the Knights Locker Room Show, here's your hosts, Michael Promes and Dan Johnson.
Welcome into the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. Back at Roosevelt High School, the O'Gorman Knights defeat the Rough Riders 53-40. The Lady Knights move to 1-0 to start off their season. An impressive performance by these Lady Knights. I think we saw a lot of good things, Dan. A lot of things that they can improve on, of course. But I like what I'm seeing from this O'Gorman squad. I can see how they could be ranked number 1 now.
I was very impressed with the first half. They came out, they jumped out. It was 15-5 at the end of the first quarter, 28-16 at half. Then things kind of changed a little bit in the third. They shut Emma down a little bit. They worked on Emma. Emma kind of didn't get her hands on the ball, didn't get the looks that I think Coach wanted. And but I tell you what, the team stepped up. I mean, Abigail, 2 3-pointers, and she was 1 for 15 last year.
Right.
Now she 2 for 2 on the 3. Who else got the other 3 there towards the end there? Reagan Riley. Yeah, she popped a 3 in there and stuff. So I mean, it's like. But, they came back, and I think they got a little tired a little bit in the end of the third, beginning of the fourth, and then in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, they came out of their shell, and they, played some defense.
Yeah, and I think we saw a lot of really good things from players we didn't necessarily see those things from last year. Like Abigail Muller. She was kind of an inside player, kind of, I think we kind of called her the assistant last year because she had more assists than pretty much everybody, but not really a whole lot of points. But, starting off the season, 2 for 2 shooting, and both of those 3-pointers, not bad at all. So we're seeing some of those players step up. Like Abigail Muller. We saw some good stuff from Carly Kunkel as well. Izzy Moore had a great night, and so I think Courtney Baruth.
Thank you. That's
absolutely.
What I was going to say. She came only 6 points, but you know what? She was effective on defense.
Yes,
that's where she came in tonight. I mean, with when she gets in that lane, she can fill that lane and maintain that and box out and get them rebounds. And we need that. I mean, when you got Awati and Emma right there, but you got to make sure they don't get in foul trouble because that's the Twin Towers.
Right.
So I like that triangle that we have.
Absolutely, and I think we saw some athleticism from Courtney Baruth that we didn't see a couple years ago. She's obviously worked and matured a little bit, and really become a lot more athletic down low. She had some great moves, some spin moves that actually yielded some points, and I think with Okoye and Baruth down low, and then Emma Ronsick, who can kind of go top to bottom with her height and her just basketball prowess. I think these Knights are going to have a very good shot at getting pretty far this season. And then of course you have Riley Benson there, who's a rebounding machine, great defensive player and a good shooter obviously as well tonight. Carly Kunkel in there to break things up, and Reagan Riley, and we saw a little bit from Hannah Ronsick as well. So
yeah, she came out in the second quarter there. What I like is that Emma can bring the ball up. So when Carly and Abigail get in trouble, Emma's right there to help her. How many other teams have a 6'1" junior forward that can actually bring up the ball in the press and handle the press like she does?
Right.
That's where she's at. She's one of the best ball players in the state, and you can see that.
So from top to bottom, we saw some great things from OG and from the Roosevelt side of things as well. The player that stood out to me was Kayla Martinez, a 5'7" freshman guard leading Roosevelt in scoring. She had 10 points on the night, which doesn't seem like a lot, but remember she had 2 3-pointers among those, and then she was just a machine all over the place, running point for most of the game and making a lot of things happen for Roosevelt, set up a lot of scoring plays, and between that and the good points that she was able to put up for the Rough Riders, she is going to be fun to watch this year and the next 3 years.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Roosevelt, they're a good team. I mean, the first game of the year, this and that, they played, what did we count, 12 players. O'Gorman played 9.
Right.
Just like Coach Maxwell said beginning, he can put anybody in. Well, he did, and he put 12 out of 13 in tonight, and he used 12 gals, and I tell you what, they're going to be fun to watch. They mesh a little bit more. He gets that core, that starting 5, and they work together more, and he gets that 2 or 3 off the bench at 8 and gets them to work. They're going to be, give them, mid-January, they're going to be, we don't see them until February.
Right.
At the Pentagon, at the Throwback Classic. So by the time we see them again, it's going to be a whole different team when we see them out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're listening to the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic for headaches, neck, and back pain, arm and leg numbness. Dr. Mark can be contacted at 361-OUCH. Hagan Chiropractic, good hands for bad backs. We'll step aside. When we come back, we're going to hear from O'Gorman head coach Kent Colzer. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio Network. Perfect timing.
Do you have daily pain and discomfort that includes headaches, neck and back pain, and arm and leg numbness? Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic provides gentle adjusting, x-ray evaluation, rehabilitation, and massage therapy to treat these symptoms. Hagan Chiropractic Clinic is located on 14th and Cliff, 6 blocks north of Avera Hospital.
Hi, this is Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. Don't say ouch, call me at 361-OUCH.
We have headsets now.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers, and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
Welcome back into the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. And my apologies, made our first big mistake of the year. I forgot to turn down your microphone, Dan. So when you said all those things, everybody heard them. It's a good thing you didn't say anything bad.
Sure.
Yeah, my bad. That one's on me, definitely on me. But I'm getting that one worked out. Inviting in now O'Gorman head coach Kent Colzer. And Coach,